Yo, what up? Oi. What up? Starting soon, by the way.
You get the
Oh, Jesus, this was muted the whole time.
skinny guy and then the big moving.
Sorry about that.
I just always feel like you need
Because
some sort of
he
point
does a lot
Yo!
of. Yo, what's up, bro? I was just talking about Yuji, and I don't know if you've watched him play much, but I feel like he's Shiden, but like maybe like 1 or 2 more years deep into his like career. So he has like the solo queue jungle like craziness where he's just like always farming, always ahead of the curve, playing for himself, but like he's
AOTC?
also like not useless in comp games.
That advantage because he is
Jungle is
He's on-
high key all team diff. You have to farm, and if your team's losing without you, GG's.
It's weird though, because I've seen Yuji just completely carry solo queue games with like triple losing lanes because he's just got a good eye for like when to make plays, and he doesn't ever mess up mechanically.
Not even a single time.
Ever. He's just the
Okay.
Jesus Christ, that's consistent.
He's never made a mechanical mistake.
Holy shit. Well,
Oh,
I'm
fucking goat.
on the edge
played
of my
with him
seat
last
here.
night.
Let's see if he makes his first mistake this series. Hell yeah, boys. This is heating up.
I just played with him last night, right before going to bed. Impact was feeding his ass off top. We had an autofill jungler mid feeding his ass off. Bot lane, nothing was happening basically. He dropped he dropped an insane game. We lost, but he was basically
What was he
1v5.
playing?
Diego.
Mm.
This guy drops nukes. He gapped Umti. Wait, what?
I don't-
Umti was on the enemy team. Oh my god, Umti was on the enemy team that game? That's crazy.
Oh
Dude, that's just
no.
actually crazy embarrassing. What?
I don't think TL players are supposed to be doing that.
He certainly has. Just look at the win rate.
Supposed to
You
be doing
can't
what?
argue with the numbers.
Nothing.
Numbers are numbers, man.
Anyway, who you guys got winning this one?
Definitely still look for some arguments, but Spawn is actually the GOAT coach.
Well, I
the
think based on
hell?
draft C9 got somehow first pick Vi into Azir Varus 2-3, and that just confused the fuck out of me. Those are some of like the highest contested picks in the world. Is Azir, Vi, and Varus, and somehow they got all 3.
Oh! Wait,
Yuji.
is Yuji making his first
Oh.
mistake?
He's
Oh,
making his
no.
first mistake. He tried starting enemy
Oh,
Raptors,
goodness.
and C9 was ready for it. That was good.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Does C9 die
Do
here?
they miss melees off of this?
Probably.
Oh,
Yeah, they
did.
do. Ooh.
All 3 melees, and Yon got all 3.
That's so
Yon got-
bad.
That's pretty bad. If the wave RNGs badly here, and it's like pushing away, it's kind of like fucked for bot lane.
Look at the mini map right now.
How much can an RNG though? I think they like fix that shit so like they died at the same time. TL was just closer to the wave.
It can just do some stupid shit, like you
Really?
know, like you're Yeah, like you could like have your range minion just die fast for no reason, and then one range minion is just like changes everything.
Wait, what is Yuji's path, dude? He did wolves and to check his top side, it was gone, and now he's just
Now he's
going
contesting
in
enemy
again.
raptors again. What a crazy path he is. He has
What a
smite
Chad.
advantage. He has smite advantage here, right? He does.
Ooh.
What the hell? He just got all the raptors.
It was like a couple seconds away from that charge.
How? Wait, I'm actually very confused, Meteos. How does he have smite, but Blabber didn't there?
Yeah, now they're gonna
Like,
Because he probably didn't use it on his first camp.
Without Blabber having
Oh.
Or
genius.
it could be Cosmic Insight.
And this is actually
Yeah. Wait, never mind. I'm stupid. Yuji has two smites banked up. I got confused because I was like, why is it so once? Dude, he's actually gonna
He's farming
red.
both.
Get the fuck out
Yeah,
of
that's
here.
a pretty nice recovery. I think that's one of the harder things about jungle is
Knowing that he can do that is
recognizing
kind
this
of
kinda
crazy,
shit.
you know?
Yeah.
Like that. I feel like a lot of junglers there would just be like, damn, got fucked off of enemy raptors. Now I'm just behind. Just gonna,
BG.
you know, gonna
Yeah.
take what I can get now.
Yeah, it's impressive. I think he recognized his bot lane should have a big advantage because the XP difference. So they just had
Oh,
4
yeah. That's true. It also, yeah, that's true. Like, I'm sure the bot lane is also communicating, oh, shit, you know, like they feel guilty that their counterpart fucked over his level 1 invade, and they're like, we're gonna have prio, like, this is good for us. So it's a back and forth as well.
Career win rate.
Look at this 4-minute swap timer. This is so cringe, by the way, that this is like actually how you play now.
Huh.
You have a freeze, okay? The wave is very good for you as an AD carry. Everything's going great. And then boom. Just
Boom.
swap time. The
Connected
wave
clean
just
to
gets
the-
collected by your top laner, not you. And then
Rexon has to be careful here. If he Qs Siren, he'll take tower aggro.
It can be a horrible game for you, but his team then recommits to reinvading. You know, Core JJ comes over again, helping him out and trying to put him in a position where he can feel comfortable and confident.
Impact is so ahead.
yeah, Impact just collected the frozen wave that Yon set up for himself, and then Yon gets to go top and take a shit wave that's pushing away from him. So it is what it is, though. I mean, AD carry doesn't matter.
Impact
Both top carries.
reaps the benefit.
Yeah.
Wait, but he's still down.
He must have been getting owned in his own lane for him to still be down in CS, right? Like after getting that fat one bot. Oh, APA. What the? APA. Ooh.
And Thanatos, we are looking at the top side matchup.
How behind am I? 5 seconds?
I'm at 26, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32.
Yeah.
Ooh, that cleanse by Yon was nice.
That was actually kind of confusing for me. Did Vulcan do an unmounted W? Is that what happened?
I think he flashed
Like,
him.
yeah, but like after Yon cleanse, Vulcan can still go for the W, and Yon would have to flash it if it was aimed correctly. So I was confused why Vulcan didn't go for it.
So C9's playmaking opportunities are going to be a bit more limited here for the next few minutes, and that is going to include the
Damn, Yuji just randomly gets Drake. What a strange game. I feel like normally with the way that like pro games go, you see junglers clearing in one direction, like just go top to bot, base, top to bot, Drake. But like this game is like all over the place. Like the jungler is soloing Drake, and it's like opposite the side of the bot lane, so that there's like basically like no backup there. It's just like winning lanes. So I think TL is just playing their waves well, where they have pressure, so you can do that. That's normally
This is
not really
like-
gonna happen.
This is when a good jungler plays against another. It reminds me of chess, you know, like there's all the openings that like all the pros know, but then you see Magnus Carlsen and he'll just like intentionally do some bullshit early to try to just get them out of their like prepared lines.
Yeah.
So they
Oh, I
have to
see.
play more improv. That's what this game feels like. It's not,
Yeah.
they're not full clearing. They just do some like bullshit invades early, so it's all chaotic.
Yeah.
His specialty or what? Magnus?
Actually crashed the wave. Well,
I mean, he's just better than everyone else, so it's because all the main lines are like giga computer analyzed, so like he just tries to get out of that a lot of the time. I think it's more of like a blitz thing. I don't know if he perma does that, but
So Yuji is the Magnus Carlsen of jungling?
he might be. Well, I mean,
Holy
Blabber was
shit.
kind of the Magnus this game because he started that, right? He invaded early. Oh, nice.
That was a good like 2-piece. 2 minutes ago, it was to get his flash and punish. APA does have a tendency to like over flex mid, and I think in specifically in NA, like people are a little bit like not ready to punish people who are doing that stuff. But him playing up like with no flash is kind of fucked against the Zierby. And now they just get to start Drake off of his death. Let's see what Yuji does here. A lot of times people will just take a 50-50 smite on like the, you know, one of the grubs. That's exactly what Tail's looking to do here.
APA had TP'd back, and maybe they were just feeling
Santos dead.
There was too large. Impact almost has his ulti as well, so Thanatos
Yeah.
gotta be careful. Yep,
No,
You know, my
Impact almost
question is Sion underrated by NA? I kind of feel like he's very slept on.
I could see that.
I feel like Sion does way too much damage for how tanky he is, and he doesn't seem to ever lose lane. Like if he does, it's like this by 10 CS. Love that.
AP
Oh,
has
wow.
he definitely has a tendency to overextend mid when his hero has ult and Vi's gonna Q flash him.
Oh. True, true.
Holy shit. Are you the Magnus Carlsen of analysis?
I didn't think about that.
Dude, I actually saw a funny ass chess video last night. Do either of you guys follow chess at all?
Negative. I don't know
well,
shit about chess.
There's this big ass, like the biggest chess YouTuber is this guy named Gotham Chess, who like makes tons of videos analyzing like Magnus Carlsen's games. And you know how Magnus is signed on Liquid? They did some content piece where like Magnus was analyzing some of Gotham Chess's games. It's funny.
That's funny. That's funny. Is Magnus Carlsen still the best player in the world, or is he just like the GOAT?
No,
Okay.
He stopped competing in the World Chess Championship, so he's not like the official world champion. But that's literally just because like he doesn't like how much time it takes. He won 5 times. It happens every 2 years. So he was like, I don't know. He's been the best player in the world for like, I don't know, 13 years or something at this point. Like, undisputed
He's just
number
fucking
one.
bored.
Damn, that's crazy.
Snooze tournament.
The early levels without just getting slammed. Even if you start losing the push, it doesn't matter. You're gonna be able to hold.
I wonder how much it pays to be the best chess player in the world.
I mean, didn't we talk about it? He made like crazy bank from selling his like Play Magnus app thing to chess.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Wait, was it like publicized how much bank he made?
Honestly, Loki has been
I remember seeing a figure like 80 million or something.
Oh wow, that's okay. Never mind. Yeah, I was thinking like I wonder who's made more in their career as like the top of their sport or whatever, like
You or
Faker or
him.
Magnus. Magnus for sure.
You don't think Faker's made 80 mil?
I think he.
I wouldn't be surprised if Faker's made 80 mil.
No, I don't think.
Doesn't he
Faker's
own
made
like a
80
fucking
mil.
building?
Dude, 80 mil.
Think that
And
building's making money.
you think that Faker's averaged like 7 or 8 mil per year since he started? Okay, 12 years. Let's say 6 mil average. I think that's kind of a stretch. I think like there have been years where Faker's made like 10+ mil contract, but like there were many years where he was making like not very much.
Ooh.
I would not be surprised if he's made close to that.
But Magnus made that all in once, right?
Yeah.
And then that's not even close to talking about how much Magnus has made his whole career.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
If it really
like,
is 80 mil in one go, I think Magnus probably is richer than Faker.
No TP, so if they want to actually fight this dragon, he is going to be down quite a bit of health. You can see Impact tried to walk through and potentially proxy there, but Thanatos stunned
That
on
is
the tower,
insane,
so it
though.
prevents him from getting that
I've never even
proxy.
heard of
So
the
now
play.
if Impact
What did you
runs
say it was?
his ulti,
Play
he's gonna
Magnus
lose
chess
tower
app?
plates up on the top side. So it's
Yeah,
actually
well,
really
now it's just
critical
part of
that Thanatos
chess.com.
denied that
but
proxy angle there from
Okay.
Impact.
It was not.
All right, top lane going to continue trading.
Yeah.
While Team Liquid backs
And
up
then you would,
at the
like-
three-man squad. APA coming over to help now as
Oh,
well.
wait,
Weaver's
team fight?
wall. The curtain call opens up and
This looks
C9's got to try to exit
not very
to
good for
their
C9. They're
right.
very
They
chunk.
escape most of the shots.
Yeah,
Team Liquid
I
now
think
continues marching
They're
forward.
still
right now
Been aggroed.
there are a lot of times where
Effort to smite fight and walk away.
Dragon still at about half.
Low
No
key is
deaths.
legit below
Their
half.
APA is
This
so
doesn't
much
look
worse,
good.
bro. Look where APA is playing right here.
Oh
Oh,
my
nice
God,
reaction
that hit.
from everyone. Then doing max range.
Should
Dodging.
C9
Oh,
not just
Impact
leave?
behind.
This
This
looks
looks
like
so
such
bad
a
for
fucking
C9.
disaster.
Yeah, this looks so bad for C9 needs to get out. C9
Oh.
really needs to get out. This is so bad for them. They can't win this.
Sneaky's prediction, it comes true.
TL's on 2
I
Drakes
knew
now.
it.
Dude, I don't know. I'm surprised they stayed as long as they did. That looked so bad from Loki being like less than half. Imagine that Talia combo hit over the wall. He did a weird
Yeah.
combo. He like E then W to give them a time to react. But like if he just hit the naked W, people were in range.
Yeah.
C9 would have probably just got fucking wiped.
Well, C9 sees him the entire time. Look at that ward in pit. So they're definitely edging and trying to get his W out. But I think that when that impact TP position was so good, I feel like if he chained this, right, he ults, if he chains into his Q, look what he did instead. He just walked away from the guy.
He
that
wanted
was gonna-
someone else
Yeah, he
instead
wanted
of Vulcan.
someone else, but I think he could easily have done a like mini
He probably
charge
should have
Q
just
and
done
fucked
it.
over Vulcan, got his flash maybe. Or if it chains, he just kills.
What do you think about Poke Varus here?
I think it's okay. If you're thinking about, oh, he can't kill Sion, it's kind of whatever.
Yeah, you don't need to kill
Provide
Sion.
value in other ways.
It's fine.
I think Azir is gonna deal with Sion later. Everyone else on TL is squishy, and I feel like people really overestimate how often AD carries interact with top laners. You spend like 80-90% of the game interacting with everyone else, and then yeah, there will be team fights where, you know, like probably like late game where Sion just like is perma grouped at that point, but just don't aim your Q at him.
Yeah.
I think I'd go post this game too. Yeah.
I mean, one thing I like about the on-hit is, like, if you can go tank boots, you go the on-hit build with, like, Terminus and Jack Show, Nefiri won't actually be able to kill you.
Yeah. I think what Sven is looking for is, like, a similar situation to what happened for TL there, where he gets to start the fight with enemy team half HP'd. He just needs to hit, like, 2 Qs. And that's enough of an advantage for like all the downsides of having poke like not really mattering. I think especially versus champs like Nefiri who are like they just have to go in to be useful. It's pretty good. Definitely an argument for both though.
4 players nearby, and Blabber has already claimed that objective, but APA is putting in a lot of damage on the bottom lane tier 1 turret. The top lane tier 1 for TL also under some pressure here, but not nearly as much. Thanatos just barely clearing out the wave.
Sion does not take damage right now.
From taking bottom tier 1, but now that UG is here, Thanatos is forced to step back. APA is allowed to move forward.
This is one of those things where it feels a bit awkward for C9 to play the map. So they what they don't want to do is they don't want to play into Sion. So like they're constantly kind of like seeing where Sion is, and they're like, let's go to the other side. But that's like leaving Azir alone, and they kind of also want to play to Azir, so it's kind of like a little bit bad either way. And they were playing towards Renekton there, but he's kind of getting owned by Talia, so he just starts anyways. Okay, now they're fixing the lanes. They're going to have Azir strong side, Renekton weak side, and C9's probably going to play into Azir.
Did I hear fixing the wave? Oh.
And I really like the fact that they win that power play because Team Liquid had already secured 3 neutral objectives for the
Fix the wave.
There's only 1 kill on the board.
Time Meteos, get triggered.
Yuji's going back for his camps here.
They get the first turret. They immediately secure the empowered boots. Nice little bit of extra strength here early on for a game.
I always wonder with jungle movement, like it feels like a lot of teams and junglers would want their jungler to be with the support on this timer. Like he did Crab, he was his laners were coming out of the map, he could have been there to get control or look for a fight. But instead, he goes back for his camps.
A little bit of additional move speed and combat power can be quite nice.
All right, let's see if we're going to
It's NA, bro. This is the region that inspired runs. You always go back for your camps on CD.
Too much of a threat there onto the jungler. C9 knows that this next Drake is about to spawn here in 30 seconds. They cannot afford to lose Blabber before that. But now that he has no flash, it could be a
Go for the guarantee. That's what I say.
He's already coming up, goddamn.
These are very good choices from Team Liquid, all revolving around the immediacy of the spawn of this dragon. They want to look for some big flash cooldowns before the fight. They blow blabbers.
Jan's doing the double lift build.
By proxying the early time on
What's the double lift build?
Oh, is he?
Collector.
Collector. I was thinking about trying Ghostblade LDR rapid fire. First 2 items.
Oh, we're gonna get some action.
That sounds like
I think they might fight here.
Shit.
Why? How's that bad? It's the same thing as Collector, except you're going Ghostblade, cheaper item.
No fight.
Oh, flash combo. Vulcan. Flash for flash.
Vulcan's not even dead.
Yeah, there's not too
Wow, they
much
played
damage.
that pussy.
Whoa. It feels like Blabber really wants to go in with that Q, but he's not getting baited. He is not.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not
Holy
fighting.
fuck. Not even a smite fight, just attempted engage where no one dies somehow.
Does get the flash off of APA. They're not able to knock down Core JJ with that, but briefly
Yeah.
now TL will have no flashes on either of their main carries. And C9 does get the dragon, does defend their tier 1 mid, so going to be pretty happy about how things went there overall. It's a very, very even game.
I think TL has damage right now if they hit the same dude. It's not like Vulcan's tanky. Or sorry, TL. TL has damage.
Yeah.
Like Vulcan can easily die there. He flashed in. He was like caught as fuck.
I think they're afraid of using everything on Vulcan and then getting like re-engaged by everyone else. I think they could blow everything on him and see if they could have killed him, but like I'm not sure who didn't do max damage to him.
He just didn't lock him down. I don't think Sion is really on him.
It'd be that maybe like APA already uses W. That's what prompted Vulcan to go to in the first place. So I needed to see like what CDs they still had.
For bottom side, so they will have momentum there, but honestly, I don't think it's going to turn into too much, even though Otacon is spawning.
Yana's very ahead in CS against Sven, and he's on the scaling side of the matchup too, being up 26 CS Gen versus Pokevarus. I think this does feel quite bad. I think the main thing that feels really bad with Pokevarus is when you're not stacking Drakes, and they lost the first 2, just got the 3rd. So I feel like the game state doesn't feel good for Sven.
His armor and magic resistance shred is, if you make the miscalculation and aren't fast enough on killing him off and the enemy team recognizes it, you're
Collector rapid fire.
Yeah, I've been kind of doing that too. It feels really bad until you start building into LDR, and then it feels good again.
Why don't you just go first item LDR?
Yeah, I thought about that too. I've actually I've considered doing it, but no, that's just too troll.
I mean, if every gen build feels weak till LDR, why not just start with it?
True.
Holy. If you don't know who this guy is, he is a 2-times winner of the NACL MVP, the Most Valuable Prospect Award. The previous winners being Busio, Masu, and Dokla, who all
The
then
MVP.
championships in the LCS/LTA thereafter.
So we're changing the definition?
Quite good for winning this award. And this guy won it twice. So the
expectations, he's gonna win twice.
What do you mean?
At least the expectation is definitely very high for UG.
I think we should have a different acronym for
is this really gonna be
same
a
shit.
roster, or is it gonna
Oh,
be, UG coming in
what would a
and
good
just
acronym
playing
for
so
most valuable
well that he
prospect
kinda
be?
demands that starting role?
How about you just add some more words or something?
Most, let's go with M, valuable V, prospect. You have a good one for that, Sneaky? Like, what's
No,
a good...
I think MVP and MVP both work well.
So we'll see.
Hey, MVP, yeah, it works. Most valuable prospect.
Yep.
Completes second item, get a little bit
Genius.
stronger there. For the time being, though, they really do need to concentrate on opening up the map a little bit more. We only really have had.
How about MVP 2?
That was traded for the Rift
Part of me
I want them
feels
so it wasn't like
it really feels like jungle kind of got dumbed down
So we'll have to see
a little bit to the point where like
something that's really going to ignite this game.
I feel like there's not that much difference between jungling styles anymore. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Kind of feels like a shame.
I mean, you can't really be gank heavy.
Yeah, there's really only one way to play.
It's because ganks don't do anything.
Maximum efficiency.
Even if you kill
At
them
all
yourself, if you gank.
For what?
If Cloud9 will be able to approach, because right now they've also got a 4-man squad down here. Thanatos up in the
You can only do the ganks if this is the freest shit ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what happens when there's no comeback XP.
Oh, I love what they're doing here. I love what they're doing
No
here.
comeback XP.
This is horrible for TL. If they both die here, it's Atacon.
Oh, that flash by
Wait,
Vulcan.
He's
That looks
good.
really buggy.
Wait, was he dragging Sion while he was ulted? Did you guys see how slow Sion's ulti seemed there? Like he was getting pulled by
looked
Rel's
weird.
ulti even while he was ulting.
I feel like that's a spectator thing. It did look weird.
Okay,
as
it might
fuck.
be a visual bug, yeah. Wow, that's quite a swing for them. I mean, doing that right as Drake spawns 2 means they get 2 kills, Atacon and Drake.
And
So they
feats
get-
of warfare. 3 kills.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's big.
Wait,
Ultimately,
Kill
they-
already
they
has the
use
booties.
top,
How do they have the booties when 1 kill happened?
Well, they were actually doing those picks.
2
So he put
grubs,
top
2
tier
dragons,
one,
and a
then
turned,
TP's
I
down to
guess.
bot. They get the bot tier 1, the top tier 1, 2 picks.
Literal-
Maximum objectives.
And they're now on
Literal
Dragon.
fucking
Impact's gonna be
PvE
respawning here in
objective.
5. He does have teleport, but he's got no
Mhm.
flash,
Okay,
no
so
ult. This is
Impact's about to
playing
TP in
Yuji's
4
looking for it.
seconds.
Oh, oh, the
the
Verisol
ultimate
whiffed.
run. They have to run.
They gotta go. They gotta fucking go.
Okay, AP's in.
Vulcan
Probably
surely is
kill on
gonna
Vulcan
die.
here. Just let him die, honestly.
Yeah, he's got
Support death here does not matter.
Ooh, Yuji getting fed. I noticed Yuji almost never uses the hot dog, the Glizzy Neferi skin, which upsets me.
It's quite tilting, yes.
Cloud9 though, really starting to edge ahead with that last run of play. When
Wow, that was quite a sequence by C9, and like, what prompted them to do this? They saw Core very overextended. Yeah, he's basically.
He was like fucking
Core-
behind them.
Yeah, and he's doing that while.
And then Impact went to save him. Impact should have just been like, yeah, you're fucked, dumbass.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, Impact should have reacted to Rel's Q with his ult, but
you get a little
it's
bit
what
of
it
pushback
is.
from TL. They picked
It's
off
what
Vulcan
it's.
after the dragon,
It's what
and
it's.
they also return
It's what
to
it's.
finish the tower.
All right, so no more Otacon. No dragons for another 4 minutes or so. Baron is about to spawn here in about 10 seconds. Impact gets jumped on by Thanatos and Blabber. They are locking
And
up the
he's
big
gone.
meatball front line for
Oh,
Team Liquid is not
big damage.
taking enough, and
Boom.
C9 just smacked
What
him
up?
Oh,
with the
another
disrespect.
Thanatos ranking game,
CC
another
up there
50
for
CS,
so
1v1
long.
advantage
Once the point
game.
and click CC
How does he
there,
do
the
this shit
Verisol
every
is always
time?
gonna hit after. You have percentage HP damage coming through, and he just got shredded.
Does he do it?
Impact is
How
still
does
like it's
Bro
nothing,
do
and
it?
he has no
Dude, I
teleport,
feel
so
like C9
Cloud9
has
can
such
play
a
very
classic
confidently on the map,
comp.
try
It's
to
like
catch a
Renekton,
vision out
Vi,
here.
Azir. These picks, it's all the time. You just see him having all. Oh,
Oh,
wow. This
Oh,
Rylai's
Loki! That's my goat.
The
Riley-
Wait, he's doing the
very
double lip
low.
build. Let's go, Rylai's.
Yeah, I fuck with it. That was honestly.
That was well played.
Yeah.
Baron o'clock.
It's open season on Baron right now.
Did you guys know that Faker has never solo killed Chovy in his entire career, except for the one time when he did?
Magic here on the Neferi. It's a very mobile champion.
Wait, did he do it?
When did he do it?
What was that?
I don't know. I saw some fucking Reddit threads where it was like, yeah, the LCK broadcast has never talked about this. Faker has never solo killed. And like a few hours later, it's like, oh, actually he did right here, and they linked one. It was like a cross kill or something, where he like, I think he dove Chovy while he was recalling or something and killed him, then he ended up dying.
Oh.
Mhm.
Still counts.
Oh!
That's so funny. Wait, Impact's a pussy.
Yeah,
Dude, shouldn't he have just done it? Shouldn't he have just fucking done it right there?
Yeah, you're already 0-2. Who cares if you're 0-3?
I mean, I
he
think he
would have
could have.
died.
I think he could have smashed into someone and then fucking queued off.
duty.
Who knows what would happen?
He keeps the Nefiri out.
Is
He gets
Yuji
the
a
W,
KD8
and it actually
player?
turns out even better because
Yep.
they had the multiple kills and APA is still dead.
Didn't even go for
They
the
can
steal.
and actually finish that one onto Core JJ and even get more. Like Cloud9 here.
Not to do too much damage, Jin.
Blew this game open.
Yeah, able to get all of these major objectives back to back to back to back. Going to be feeling really good about it. And now, as we get back to live,
Jin is
pushing
such
with
a
this
good
Verima, trying
champion.
to extend this gold lead. There's still all three of these
Very powerful.
towers on the map.
Wait, he's not even going Lord Doms. Oh no, they lost.
Yeah, I think Lord Doms is now an absolute must-have
Oh
item.
my god, the UI.
This mid lane tier 2 as well.
El Clasico.
Uh-oh.
Wait, the ambush?
On Thanatos, who just casually walks right past the seismic shot, flashes over the
Thanatos.
wall. He's ready to turn this one on its
Oh
head,
my
and
god.
APA is heading to the graveyard if he's not any careful about it than he is. APA's already down.
Jeebus.
JJ's gonna go with them. Ever since
No,
that
Renekton's
first
balanced.
overextension for the deep ward in the C9 jungle, Core JJ's been dead more than he's been alive.
You better be careful when you go and try and gank Thanatos. You know, he is not trapped in top lane with you.
Renekton's a
You're
sick
trapped in
champion,
there with
TBH.
him, and they're going to destroy the base.
They're going to destroy the base. They're going to destroy.
It's pretty cool. I
the
love what they
tier 2.
did
They're gonna
to
have the Baron
like
for another
even out
60
his
seconds,
power,
and the
like made him like a
Dragon's
little bit
gonna
less
spawn
strong
then
early,
as
but like not
well.
as much for turd late.
C9 have
His
total
ulti actually
control
hits
over
hard.
Summer's Rift in this one. There was one kill on the
I think
board, 20
that's like a
minutes
good
into this
direction
game.
for the
There was a
game is
500
just
gold difference.
not
8
having like
minutes later,
extreme
C9 is up 9,000
outliers of like
I mean, they've just made all
dog
the better
shit
plays,
late
right? They're
game,
the right place, right
god
time,
like late
punishing
game like
every
Kale.
overextension,
You know, like
it
I
feels like
just
from TL.
You
Yeah,
don't
it's
you don't
kinda
worry
like-
about it being too
Where they're
homogenized if
strong,
everyone's
when
power
they're
curves
strong
are this
here.
similar.
Cloud9 have just created a massive gold lead with this. The
I think there should be difference, right? There should be a difference in scaling between Callista and Jinx, obviously, and like strengths and weaknesses and stuff. But I just think the game's more fun when you still have like playmaking, no matter what part of the game it is.
I agree with you. I'm coming at you from usually the opinions I hear when I say that.
Yeah.
Because usually that's what. Because I agree that I think it feels better when it's like, you know, not so one-sided. It's like Renekton will hard win everything for 20 minutes and then hard lose everything afterwards. Like,
Yeah,
to me,
yeah.
that's not that
Like,
interesting.
what? Like,
But then-
bro, like what?
Cloud9 have just been
you'll have the
methodically across the
opposite
map.
opinion where people
And
are
now
like,
with
oh,
the
well,
mid
like, then
inhibitor already
it's about,
down,
like, you know, can you
bottom
leverage
lane
your
is
early
an
game
easy
strength to win
pathway
before, like,
in
the
here
scaling
to
comp can
siege.
hold out? And I'm
Maybe
just like,
Arsenal was
that's
outside
like,
for a little bit there, but
it's not
Yeah.
that fun. I'd rather have it be like, you know,
they use that buff to the
closer.
maximum.
The biggest problem for
Yeah,
Cloud9
it's
right
also
now is that
for me
there's
not that
only a few
fun
things left to
when
take from Team Liquid. They've
you're
already
playing
claimed
versus
all of the
something
tier
that
one
literally
turrets, all
can't
of the
lose
tier
early
two
game.
turrets,
Like
one
they'd
of
have
the
to
tier
they'd
three
have to make like
turrets, one of
4
the inhibitors,
mistakes
one of
before you
them's
get like
open.
one good
There's
trade
not a
in.
whole lot of these loot pin
That
inhibitors
being
left
probably
to
something like
stack.
Callista or
C9
not a bot
in
lane,
total
where it's like, okay, like
Dang, we're
yeah,
too
it's got a cool
good.
interaction and
Ah.
stuff, but if they made Callista scale better but like less cancer early, I think it would actually be way more fun. I think Callista's a cool champ. I just think you don't play her because specifically she's
change her?
so bad late game. How could they I don't know, give her crit scaling, like make her jankiness with like the dashing and stuff better late game where you're not like losing damage.
How many Cloud9 fans were previous
I don't know,
Blabber
there's-
by haters that have been
I'm not like a designer, I
Because
just
honestly,
I can
had
just
some
see the
good playing
problem.
games, racking up a few of them in a
Buff
row
Callista,
here.
please.
I wonder what the
This
game
one
would
was
be like
very
if they had
controlled.
some
When you think of like the yikes
something in the game. I don't know if it'd be
moments,
like an
it's
item
always
or
like, oh no, I took my ultimate and someone flashed me under tower and
whatever, but
you
that
know,
just
it
like
has had a couple of
gradually
those, but
increased
this
80
game has been
carries
so
range as
controlled
the game
from
went
start,
on.
and he's found some very good picks, starting with
Because
a
I
lot
feel
of
like
the
that's always the
focus
weird
that,
thing with
you know,
ADs,
got
right?
them
Where
into
it's like
this
unless you're one of the
position.
giga long range 80 carries, it's like hard to actually hit with autos later on into the game. Like you kind of need the rapid fire one.
How C9 is just this really standard team, and
So most-
Dude,
I feel like 80 carries
if
are like
they
550
made
or less
80
range.
carries higher range than they are already, like the game would be so imbalanced now.
Yeah, I mean, it
Maybe
would
if you
take
get
some.
more to the high range ones, yeah, it'd be really rough. Like a Caitlyn, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it would require
Jinx
some
had
even more
imbalance,
range than
some
she does right
rebalancing for
now.
sure.
What we've
Jesus. Or like if
I think
Kai'Sa-
Meteos is talking more specifically about the dog shit range
Short
ones
one?
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the 550
Sivir
and
and
less
shit.
ones.
Yeah.
Because high range
I
early
think that'd be
game
tough to
is
balance
kind of.
through.
Well, I mean, Tristana would be like the case of it, right? Where like
Yeah.
her range goes up as the game goes on. It doesn't feel.
Can you
that
imagine
bullshit.
if like fucking Vayne could have any more range than she does right now? Like she would just be so insane. Like a fucking 600 range 80 carry with that much mobility.
Yeah, they
Kind of balance that she's 550 and stuck there.
Meteos very likely will have Asterix here soon too. So I mean,
That's
they're
fair.
just getting so hard to knock down, and they're such a massive gold lead.
Kind of salivating
The
though.
amount of damage they're going to be doing
I want to play Vayne.
Thanatos chunking half of UG's HP out there with a quick Renekton combo.
Okay, here we go.
The Team Liquid jungler
Drake's up in
now
2
might heal
minutes.
up a little bit more as
C9
Vulcan
has
steps
a
up,
pretty
even
easy win
seals
con,
away
10k gold
that
ahead.
shit.
They can just wait, but they're just
Yeah,
starting
I mean,
Baron.
it's
I
just
like
not
the
TL's jungle
aggression,
at this point. They see
and they're having the
Vulcan,
3
they know
guys
once
run
they're
defense in the
so
jungle
they've just got to lead.
with a 2-man
Baron
start.
with 10 people alive. Double if hates this play.
You want to say UG's got to look for a steal.
Well,
How does he ever get there? They have no
I do
vision in their
normally,
jungle
but they have
whatsoever. Thanatos
double
is
inhibs
spawning
and
all
everyone's
the
just
entrances,
inserted
so all they
themselves
can
in
do is
enemy
just go
jungle.
blindside and try
So
to get a camp or two
pretty smart.
and
I
shoot
like.
for the Baron.
Yeah, we gotta incorporate that honestly in the airport. Like a
just
2-man
move up
start
as
with
long
3
as they
people
move
running in
by a pack.
creates a
Nobody's
lot of
gonna get
confusion for
picked,
TL
and
because they
can
see
just
3
go
people.
siege up with the Baron.
They're
The
not
timing's in
really
their favor.
thinking instantly
As long as
like,
they're
oh, we
patient
see
here,
3, they could
don't
still be on
fumble
Baron,
with
and
a
then at the time where they
10,000
actually
gold
like it
lead,
might
bring
happen, it's
Dragon
kind of too
lead
late.
in front of the Nexus turrets.
Do they end here without Soul? That's a very ballsy call. I like it
If
though.
there's an Azir not showing though, like if Azir and the jungler are not showing, I feel like that's a pretty like readable bluff.
Oh, instant engage on Sven. But
Oh,
he's
Sven
not.
is fucking bonered. Oh, or is he not?
And he's alive.
And he's fine.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Bye bye. Bye bye. C9 is
Alrighty.
back. Meteos predicts it. My god.
C9 is motherfucking back. They beat Nefiri. With C9
Goodbye.
Fire, it's a 3-0.
And face Spawn in person.
Literally impossible challenge.
He is not going to be happy with the outcome of that game. It was a slow first 20 minutes, but then C9 hit the gas pedal and never slowed down. Let's head on over now to the LTA Lounge, who are joined by a special guest.
Blabber's overall win rate is now higher than Yuji's.
Thanks, Flowers. We have
Yes.
Inspired, who's
After
gonna
3
be
games. Well played.
awaiting the victor
Is
of
it?
this
You had a 100% win rate before
Flowers,
this.
How you doing?
Doing good. Just watching some League of Legends.
Is this the result you wanted in game 1?
I mean, honestly, I didn't give my prediction yet, but I was expecting Cloud9 to win, but I didn't expect such a stomp in game 1.
I didn't give my prediction. I was waiting till after the game, but now that it's over, yeah, I predicted this exactly.
It was very slow.
What?
Even when the game was
I
even,
prefer
was asking you,
post-dictions.
who's ahead.
Predictions are kind of
We'll
lame.
get to the reasons why they won after we check out the comments.
So smart.
Talon will kill. The whole thing. Hey guys, look,
That was fine. It's so chaotic. Let's hear what they're saying.
Recon's going. No, I can't. Yeah.
Okay. Talia.
Look at it. Back.
Yeah, I'm coming to you guys. We need to kill the Fury.
Yeah. I'm fine. Sign.
Flash, you will know.
No flash in.
Okay. What the?
Nice.
Can we kill Quarter Day?
No, we can't.
Those comms are pretty
All right,
chaotic.
we're going to go over some of the reasons that C9 was able to win this game. And Inspired, can you talk to me a little bit about the Azir versus Talia matchup and what needs to happen early?
I mean, I think this matchup like favors the side of Talia in the early game, especially the jungler. Like if you play with Talia in your mid lane, you know that you can contest any crab you want because Azir cannot really leave his lane to help you. If you look to invade enemy raptors, fight for first buff spawns or like second buff spawns, Azir is also not strong at those type of fights. But this game, Team Liquid just didn't really look for many opportunities. They tried level 1, but then they didn't really repeat it. They didn't try to re-invade anything. Meanwhile, Blabber was just trying to catch up whatever he could in the jungle. See, he snuck one gank mid, which I think he was just trying to do the Drake. And Team Liquid was like thinking, oh, he's gonna go for the Drake. And then Blabber was like, Talia
at their vision, they're pinging the Drake saying, maybe
Talia
he's
has
here.
mid push, so I might as well not start it and just camp for her. And it worked out pretty well because right now, if Talia has no flash, like she can't follow her game plan. She can't just push and move.
No flash
really
means this happens.
But APA didn't really adjust his game plan, I think. After he lost his flash, he still tries to push the wave and just got ganked. And now Azir has pretty much the free lane, pretty much free early game. which will snowball into free mid game, and everyone knows that if Azir goes side lane, he farms very fast. He can push wave, take camp, push wave, and just get crazy.
Push wave, take camp.
And then we wanted to check out how they ended up losing the game. It was still pretty close, 22 minutes in, 35K to 35K.
Yeah.
Core is just looking for vision, inspired. He gets spotted on this control ward.
I don't know what Core was looking for there, honestly. Like,
just looking for vision. What the fuck is that spot?
I really don't think Cloud9 would fight them.
I think
see how
it's
deep he was.
The motto of like Rakan's uncatchable in jungle to the extreme.
Like, I don't think we want to fight yet.
But instead,
like,
so it's Meteos on Rakan right now.
I think like Vi.
Well, actually, the things in the game that made him uncatchable are not there anymore. So yeah, you gotta keep him patient.
So Rakan is catchable.
Yeah, I think Team Liquid just didn't really play to their win conditions too much. It seemed like they were a bit off, maybe a bit stressed. I think
Meteos has finally changed his opinion. Once he's figured out he's been wrong the whole time. Sad.
Almost as sad as the debilitating mental illness Sneaky struggles with every single day.
Yeah, we just got news. TL blue side.
His brain doesn't fucking work.
Emily Rez.
Okay.
What the fuck? Where's this coming from?
It came down to that.
His brain is non-functional. It's so sad. It's so fucking sad.
Jesus Christ. All I said was your opinion is trash, man. Like, calm down.
Keeping UG in.
Wait, they beat TL with Spawn.
A small note is, you know, really a lot of pressure on
his glasses make his eyes look huge.
Coming in like that's,
it would be
that's a hero story.
It would be a hero story. It would be a hero story. Also, attention to all the LTA fans from now until May 28th. You can cast your ballot for the Kia Most Valuable
Is that
Player.
Jack?
He might be sitting on this couch with us. We'll see. And the Kia All Pro teams using the QR code on your screen.
That is Jack. That's actually Ash on the left, though.
And terms will apply. That's it for game 1. Game 2 is up.
I see Ash.
Where the fuck's my food? Oh, it's right here. Let's go. I'll be right back, guys.
Aim. Oh my god, Uzi's screaming at me.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
AT&T has a new guarantee because most things in life.
I think it's weird they gave Uzi Hollow Legends before Double Lift.
Really, Brenda?
I know you can.
Oh, there's a Double Lift clip on Reddit. Let's see.
No way. Pretty blue though. Or a fun night at the movies.
Here? Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Jin.
Ekram's a little far away.
Jin.
Nice. Oh my god.
No, alright, flash.
Eat Lucian? Maybe? For this one. Yeah. Very good. Oh my god.
Oh!
Lucian.
Wow, he's so...
That's okay, I'm healing.
The new Red Bull Zero is here. 100% wings with monk fruit extract.
So sexy.
The human body was built to move. Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab.
Alright, I'm gonna speedrun the LOL, not looking at chat.
Ergonomically engineered for you. Gamers, hybrid workers, artists. Backing your every move.
Female. Probably a mid. Ranged. Mana. Probably a human. It's Lux. God damn it. Okay, that's not a good guess. Ari. Wait, not a human. Not Demacia, Ionia, Noxus, or Shurima. Man, I can't remember all the regions. I haven't been playing this enough. It's probably a human. A female human. What region are humans from? Piltover.
Yeah, looks on too, okay? I'm tipping guys.
Zon.
Nice, we kill some. I'm tipping. Yeah, we can get Arcon after, okay? Yeah, I wanna hit trailer. Yeah, I can go mid, You guys hit, okay? Okay. Yeah, let's go Arcon, okay? Slowly looking, okay? Slowly.
Sure would be a shame if I looked through all the champions.
Look around, guys. Look around. I'm one mid.
You'll know when you see it.
He's tanky. I have ulti. I think should ult it. Yeah, I will. Yeah. Kill Sam, guys. Just kill Sam. Yeah.
Lissandra? She's not a human. Dude, why is this one so... Is LeBlanc? No, it's not Noxus. A human mid laner. Female human mid laner. Ranged. It's not Morgana. Mel? Nope. Not Piltover. Dude, I feel... Alright, is there really that many humans? Is it something obvious that I'm just not thinking of? Surely we're not calling Seraphine a human, or we're not calling her a mid laner, right? No. The fuck? I don't think Syndra is a human. Okay, I guess she kind of is. Damn, I'm getting farmed by this one.
Prove that I can be one of the best in the region. I think the games actually matter in playoffs.
It's
I remember really vividly my first semifinals against TSM. I would say that series I kind of choked under the pressure. It was like I was a rookie, my first ever playoffs, and I was super nervous going into that series. Even like I couldn't really calm my nerves down even after the first game. Nowadays as a player, like when I get in game, I don't feel nervous. But back then, like
Lissandra's not a human. She's like a demigod. Like, nah, whatever, man.
I didn't want to play bad, and that really caused me to.
Is she literally like a god?
Maybe I wasn't good enough as well, but I would definitely say my nerves affected me a lot in that series, and that's like one of the series that I remember for a long time. That was 7 years ago, so like obviously I don't think about it as much now, but when I first started playing, that was one of the series that I thought about the most.
What fuels you?
I think.
Welcome back to the LTA North. We're going to be starting draft for Game 2 very quickly. C9 dominated Game 1 against Team Liquid, picked blue side, kept Yuji in. We have Inspired here on the desk. Inspired, what do you think Team Liquid's should change for this draft?
I mean, I don't really think they should change much. I think they should just be a bit more calm in the game and just follow their win conditions. And I want to see APA Ziggs. You know that whenever he kills that champ, he's just owning really hard.
Really?
So, I mean, Talia is also one of his better champs, and it didn't really look that strong today in this first game. But maybe the Ziggs is gonna be different.
I feel like that Lissandra one, because I had like ruled out Lissandra. I was like, nah, that's not a human.
Coach,
Ziggs. Yeah, like even I feel like Team Liquid when they're at their peak, they played side lanes and mid game really well. Like even just like a
dude, there's actually
that allows,
there's like no human mid laners.
I think stuff like that will work. But now that it's Fearless,
that fucked me up. Who is there besides Lux that's like an actual human mid laner?
Nexon's down. Obviously, like Ambessa was banned, Gwen was banned in phase 2. I wonder if he's gonna early pick or like if he's just going
human female mid laners.
Going to the second phase.
Yeah,
Talia, yeah.
The bans are going to be coming through, especially with
Annie's not a human. She's a Yorl.
Already pointed out, and it was that Ziggs that helped them have those 4 turrets in 3 minutes against C9 in a game that they ended up throwing.
Yeah, but she's like a mid lane support. It was only a mid laner.
Still being banned out by TL.
Yeah. And the Silas, which means
Syndra,
they might be. Well, they don't
Syndra
have,
doesn't seem very human to me.
The Maokai player in at the moment, because not a lot of times the Silas would be a ban for Maokai. But I'm thinking about Team Liquid and their inflexibility in draft phase because
Zoe's not a human. She's literally like a god.
With the Ahri for the first 3, and I feel like Yone and Gwen might want to stay banned unless they're willing to trade it for Rumble. Rumble would be a possible first pick for Team Liquid for me if it stays unbanned.
The LoL duel was bullshit again today, guys. Save your time. It was trash.
The experiences that you've had, if you've had experiences playing against UG in solo queue, like some of his champion pool, some of his strengths, what are you looking for now that you're looking at the UG section?
Hello?
I do think he's just better, like, mechanically in skirmishes, and like as we see, they already first pick Xin Zhao for him. I think those type of champs are what he likes to play. He likes to play Xin Zhao, Viego, like those fighting characters. And I think Xin Zhao is just really strong in the meta right now. Pantheon is out, which is pretty strong fighting champs that can beat Xin Zhao, and Vi and Nafiri were already picked in game 1, so...
I really like it if C9 takes away Rumble here, because we're thinking about the champions that Impact will have in the best of times. Rumble is way up there. I'm really surprised that they prioritized UG's pick instead of just getting Rumble for Thanatos.
I think they just want to play some
you like that shit?
into Rumble. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if they decide to pick like Ornn maybe or something.
Yeah.
Because I don't really know what else Impact would play against Rumble. I don't think Impact wants to pick Jace right now.
Probably not.
Galio is the one pick that comes to mind.
Actually, Galio is still open, yeah. I think he would just go for Galio.
And it works really well with supporting any Xin Zhao engage. Like, you already have a pretty good basis of what your comp can look like.
Would APA reach for the Ziggs already? This early in a draft?
I mean, Ziggs doesn't really like to play against tank like Skarner, I assume. Especially if you're blind to pick him.
Talia Azir down, Nico banned.
Brilliant
You're playing with my
soul.
heart with this hover is all I'm saying.
Oh,
okay.
Ari
I
Galio?
like the Ari.
So that's what Silas ban was for. I think they just...
Alright, we're not playing side lanes.
It was also banned in the
Are you an
last
Ember
game,
Mug
too.
victim yet, Meteos?
So it was banned by Team Liquid. So
Ari was
Ari's,
banned.
Ari
What
was
does that
banned.
mean?
So it's like, it's nice that it's out. So
You
looking for
bought
some
in
picks with the option that Ari
and got
Zhao,
scammed.
pretty strong here.
It's
Corki
legit
and
just
Victor,
money
but
laundering.
also- What's the thoughts on Corki? Corki is interesting. Coming into the split,
Ember
a lot
Mug?
of people were really high on Corki as a pick, thinking how strong it was in
Is that-
scaling.
I've
But then,
never even heard
like,
the term.
win rate wasn't great. It was dropped pretty down.
It's a mug
already.
that
What's your thoughts on Corki?
has a battery in the bottom to heat it up. And it's literally got like 5 minutes max of battery life.
But I do think it's a strong champ, offers a lot of damage, can be flexed between mid and AD.
Yeah.
So I think it's just good pickup.
It's the most dog shit, useless trash ever.
You have AP top laner, so you
Are
can
you
afford
sponsored
to
by
play
it?
AD mid, but you can also drop him to ADC position.
It's like 150 bucks or something.
Good spot to pick Corki.
Yeah, I like the flexibility of Corki.
It has 4.2 reviews on Amazon.
Worried about that
4.2 reviews.
Like,
I mean, stars.
What's your discount code?
Yes,
I guess I'll use
4.2
it at
star
checkout if you really want.
reviews.
Yeah, full bans for bot lane right now as well.
Is there like a command in your chat I can use?
It's most likely
Yes,
Pokemon
hashtag
could
do not buy this
possibly
pile of
flex a
shit.
lot,
Yep,
but for the
that's the
most part, we're
code.
seeing bot lane bans here to set up.
One pick, one band that I would want from C9 side.
Spell that one out.
Because I think
It's not really working for me.
Team Liquid's comp, you have Xin Zhao, 80 carry pick
Oh.
coming up. If you have Braum, because like I'm imagining that you're probably going to continue.
Oh, but we do need to be buying like
going into 5. And if you see
posters
something
of
like a Rakan or Rakan's already
naked
banned.
anime girls.
But like
Hold
a
on, let me
engaged
just
option, I
use
think
code sneaky
What
check for that one too.
does that have to do with anything?
No, I mean,
the
it's like this
hell?
mug, right? This mug is like a total waste of money, but like
What I'm watching now, I feel like Sven is just gonna pick Ezreal on 4.
we gotta spend our money
Kinda don't mind playing
wisely.
Braum if we go for Ezreal.
That's true.
Yeah, plus you can potentially go as
Yo, have any new good Valorant skins come out lately?
Unless TL takes it away.
Nope.
Is there a good Valorant skin I can buy instead of this $150 mug? I like a $150 Valorant skin.
Target ban into Vulcan, I think.
They're actually pretty similarly priced, huh?
Yep, Varus Jhin gone from game 1. Senna, Lucian.
So how
When we
many?
gonna start our Valorant arc
How
sneaky?
long can the latest Valorant skin bundle heat up my fucking tea in the morning?
And like if you can get a really strong.
It literally
like,
can't,
your
dude.
team actually,
Neither can the Ember Bug.
Wait, that's crazy because I heard the Everbug can do it for 5 minutes.
Here we go.
Amogus.
Good read.
Double AD comp.
What do you like into Ezreal then?
It's a long 5
Pick
minutes.
some sort of scaling ADC, maybe Jinx. I don't know what else. Oh, or smaller.
I've been told
Smolder got
5
banned
minutes
this patch
is
and is looking
quite a
really
long
strong.
time.
Whenever you get Infinity Head on Smolder, you just start like dealing so much damage that the stacks don't.
I'm excited for the Meteos Valorant arc.
Interesting Rakan's
You think
already
he'll
down
play
since
Sin
Cyrus
Silver or
Rakan
Bronze? Or maybe Iron?
Against Rumble.
What are you in?
Tricky, but
We're Gold 2 right now.
Yeah, I knew you were gold the way that you were calling silver and below low elo.
And the Braum coming through.
Yeah, there's some gold demons out there, dude.
Sneaky peek.
Yeah, there's just a lot of Smurfs in my elo. Like I would be way higher,
track.
but I'm in the Smurf elo. Like most of these people are actually like Radiant or higher on their mains.
It's true.
Yeah, I like him
Facts.
as well. But I think Vulcan can't really punish Braum blind pick.
I mean, I was just trying to D-rank so I could play with Just Chill. He was in Bronze 3. I mean, we were playing, and then we D-ranked, and it said we couldn't play anymore, so we have to do something.
That's his most played champ on the whole split. That's his 8th Alistair game already just in split 2. So inspired. Final prediction now that you've seen the drafts for this game.
I think Team Liquid takes it. If they lose this game, I really don't know what Spawn can cook for them. Like, I really think this is the one they're gonna win.
Okay, Flowers is Kobe. What do you think?
Much Lounge, thank you very much, Inspired, and that's a pretty strong opinion from our special guest, saying he doesn't know what to do if this doesn't work.
Bro, I think the funniest shit in like the FPS community is asking people to drop their like aim training routine. It's kind of like
and Smolder, I do think,
dropping your skincare routine, but like infinitely more useless. It will be like, okay, so like 1 hour Kovacs aim labs, 1 hour aim trainer, 1 hour retake simulator, then 30 minutes of training tool, 30 minutes deathmatch. Now we're 4 hours in, and I'm ready for my first ranked game.
What if they spent that 4 hours at the gym?
We'll see y'all in 30 seconds. For everybody else, though,
It's like, yeah, 4 hours stretching and then like 2 hours working out. It's pretty good.
As soon as Cloud9 got their lead, they just
Do you think stretching's
You would
overrated?
get it.
building it and building it and building it all the way to knocking the Nexus down 10 minutes later.
No, definitely not. I actually started stretching recently, and I noticed a huge difference in like how I feel.
Wanting to get Smolder to 3 items, I feel like it's up to C9 to be active early.
It's going to be really interesting to see how they play it out. Because, yeah, if y'all can get the 3 items, if you get Essence Reaver, i.e. Rapid Fire, every time
Smolder Braum.
you just someone, if it's a squishy, they lose like 20+%.
Does Smolder's E insta-proc the Braum
It's
stun?
really difficult to play around.
Nope.
You can kind of force your opponents
Why
into
not?
engaging into you.
Doesn't
Something that
interact.
stands out to me, though, is the
Why?
fact that Impact's actually playing Aftershock, not
Because
Phase
it's
Rush.
damage instance,
Which,
it's not autos.
is less common in these matchups. Generally, people are going to be playing Phase Rush because if you get hit by the Electro Harpoons, you can kind of get chased down. You go in with the Phase Rush trade,
Kid
and then
thinks
you're able
he's
to kind of
so
kite it out.
smart.
So we'll see if there is
No.
any opportunity for Thanatos to punish him on that. He is playing Conqueror, so these extended trades could really go in.
But how do you know for sure Smolder E doesn't proc Braum stun? Huh?
That's true, man. I could just be wrong here.
Keystones, cleanse for Sven versus the barrier.
You know, it's kind of like pirate software. It's not about speaking absolutes.
Defensive angle, keeping those
It's about what you think.
nice and healthy. Doesn't look like we're getting anything super wild here at level 1. Doesn't look like Blabber's going to be going for the crazy.
That guy's a
flash or the
literal
wall
genius.
Starter buff steal or anything.
Yeah. I mean, you talked about how last game was slower. I feel like TL wants to play that sort of game, right? It's like you have Heal Guardian on
Proven?
Braum, you have
Like
Barrier plus
like he's
Creep
just
on your
actually
Smolder.
just
You're
a
trying to
genius.
play to scale and knowing that it's going to be very difficult
Mm-hmm.
for the C9 comp to
Ola.
actually reach Smolder and pick him off if he's not out of position.
Yeah, I guess the areas they could create some action is mid-jungle, like UG and APA. But whenever people talk about UG, they
Wait,
talk about, yeah,
what
he
the
is
fuck? I
really,
went on
you know,
LSF.
scale-focused and
Blizzard
smart
revived
focused. So
Tyler
we'll see
One's
how many
character
risks they
for
actually
one
end up
day.
taking. You know,
I did see that, yeah.
Flashes from APA, maybe an opportunity.
I
Thanatos
did
could also be vulnerable
indeed
potentially. Obviously,
siege
Gallagher's
that.
great gank assist for the
That's
Zen
kinda
Val, so
crazy.
there definitely are opportunities for them to play. But we will see. Kangas, though, is standing by with C9's
Ooh.
coach and arrow.
Oh, punish.
No ward.
Punish.
No ward, did you? That was 2 stacks. Minus 2 stacks.
Kill his
right?
ass.
What kind of challenges does that pose to you as a coach, having a 6-man roster to prepare for?
Nothing crazy too much. We kind of know what to expect from both of them because we've watched their games and like seen. All junglers are kind of playing like the same stuff right now. Like,
Ooh.
doesn't play like one champ or something, so you ban around it, but it's nothing too crazy. Just treating it like another team.
Are you expecting UG for
I don't know
all
why
games
people
today?
are just always memeing on Pirate.
They change it up.
Pretty cringe.
I'm not sweating it.
You never know. We actually had a fan in the audience as well. It's their birthday today. Can you see
He his dad literally made Blizzard.
And actually surprised
Founded it.
this was Aiden's sign. So
Damn.
Anero just cheered on the enemy. So congratulations on that, Anero. With that said, we're going to
He
send
hand
it back
codes
to the casters.
WoW himself, and this is the thanks he gets.
Sign swap bamboozle.
I knew something was suspicious when I saw another sign behind the sign.
Is Lena still sleeping after gaming all now? Yeah, she's cleaning.
You know, he's got a stable job.
Dude, I saw Lena was dueling with Peekaboo last night.
He's the problem.
Yeah, they're on an
We were just
adventure.
talking about how well
Lena's on her
prepared they
Mel
were for
mid
the
arc.
draft and everything, but he wasn't prepared for the signs. He let it slip through.
The GTA RP
Very
arc.
nonchalant. He's like, yeah, you know, whatever. Junglers are
What?
junglers. You know,
Oh,
they
God.
do the same stuff. I don't care if they sub in. We'll see
The
about
Did you ever see that?
GTA RP arc? What is a GTA RP arc?
It was like some weird shit I saw where like fucking people. I don't know why the fuck they would do this, but like they had fake relationships online, like with the RP. Like they were role playing being in a relationship in GTA RP.
Oh, wasn't that the shit Moon gotten like caught up in?
I don't know. There was a bunch of different people. I think it's like NMP was the one I saw. It's just like, oh my god,
crazy.
so silly. It's just like, okay, like what the fuck did you expect, bro? Like, how are you role playing being in a relationship?
No, yeah, that's super
like,
crazy.
What? Actual brain damage.
Dude, I think the brain damage is people who watch it as well. Like, it's like double. Oh.
Oh, doesn't proc the Braum stun, huh?
Like, who's like actually watching erotic roleplay on stream, unironically? Like, they watch that and they're like, wow, this is just great content. I'm really entertained. Like, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not for me. That's for sure.
So I want to see if he can step up and face the pressure after the game 1 loss.
Yeah, I mean, Ari has a very big difference depending on how many charms you hit.
GTRP is definitely
your first couple charms, especially your
the
flash,
least interesting, but like most popular thing on Twitch. Like I actually have fun watching like Kai's stuff, like Streamer University, where everyone's like hanging out and there's just like fun shit happening like permanently. It's definitely not my like favorite content ever, but like I would watch that over GTA RP. Like when I sometimes like open Summit stream and he's doing GTA and I'm just like, I can't watch this, bro.
Big components for the Corki either, as everybody just has that base.
From what I've seen from Summit, he just does like racing shit.
Yeah, he's like permanently in a car, right? Like I don't understand what he's actually doing. He's racing.
He's like doing literal like races for like money or something in the game. I don't think he's like.
Okay, I see. He's just like good at drive. Like, so who's like giving him money for it?
I don't know specifics.
On the other side, Jan does have a pickaxe, so one of the things that I think people sometimes over-focus on with Smolder is like how perfect your CS is in stacks, but often trading
I don't know.
is really the way to
I mean, it's
Yo, I
popular,
have
so
a
obviously
question,
people
though.
like it.
have a combat advantage.
Yeah, it's whatever, you know. Like it's just like I'll never understand watching a VTuber, but it's popular. And when we were growing up, people didn't understand watching somebody playing a video game.
Well, I mean, okay, the VTuber I think is a little different because it's not like a form of content. It's just like a person that their cam is just, you know, an animated
I guess what I
thing.
like. It's no different than having like no cam right for like Gosu, but like I think like, the over the top like super anime like mannerisms and shit like just is just an instant close for me.
Yeah, I'd rather watch a no cam stream than a VTuber.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, have you
Vibes
seen
are, like,
Bebe?
so not for me.
Like Bebe is like actually funny.
Already here doing some nice things.
Like, isn't her whole thing that she's like super lewd?
You know, Yuji's the first to level 6. The Zin's
No.
level 6.
I mean,
I don't even know.
Certainly
bro.
part
Like,
of it.
Nicely, you see all the
I mean,
vision through
like,
the river leading up to
it's.
the dragon. Their roam on
I don't know what
river
you've
with
seen.
Jake,
Like, maybe it's like
I haven't
clips or
seen very
something.
much. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't seen very much. I'm gonna be very useless talking about it, but I haven't found a VTuber that I can watch for more than 5 seconds. What was I gonna say though? GTA RP, is that something that like a regular person can do as well? Like, like if you just watch it, can you like also join the server and just kind of like be somebody in the server, or like how does it work?
I don't think the like big server the streamers play on is open to the public.
Okay.
So
So it's kind of like watching just
You
like
have to have like a rep to join the no pixel thing. Like
Okay.
a dev experience or something.
That's so interesting. Like, because I think usually like when you watch somebody play a game, you kind of feel like, man, I want to play this game too. But you can't even really do that with GTRP.
1. It was Team Liquid winning out on the neutral objectives early. They got both of the first dragons. They got 2 out of 3 of the grubs. And with that first dragon already secured by Yuji, we'll see if C9 can do a whole lot here with the grub pit. It looks like we're going to see the same thing that we saw in game 1 with Blabber, making sure he shows up, making sure he secures
status is being achieved. This is the second game where Jan's fisting Sven in lane.
But then don't overplay your hand, and Team Liquid will secure the other 2.
Not gonna lie though, Smolder is deceptively annoying to lane against.
Smolder fisting.
I think Smolder has this rep that he's like really shit early game, but I never really found that to be the case. I always found it to be kind of like a solid laner, just not very good in all lanes.
He was pretty strong in lane at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, back when it was Reaver that had Sheen on it.
It was like the W Max, like
W
early.
Max, Comet, yeah, but like also like when Reaver had Sheen on it, he was fucking annoying as fuck. Like his trade was just strong.
Yeah, I remember after the LOL Dobby video of like D-Ring W Max, Smolder's was crazy.
Yeah, and it's interesting just to see
the one that I think we really enjoyed.
They have moved Loki up.
The actually the founder of the build.
Yeah, I mean he popularized it for sure.
Yep.
Aldabi just made a video about Shen with Navori.
Holy!
I saw that. Yeah, it was taking over Korea.
That one is absolutely troll as fuck. Like you do not buy Navori on Shen unless you want
to take over Korea.
Montage. No, but like that, I understand going Titanic and having some damage, but like there's no Shens in competitive play that are going Titanic Navori. That's troll as fuck.
Really take a fight unless that's what they absolutely
maybe that's why they're not winning. I don't know. Maybe they should.
Yeah. Just doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I expect things are
I mean, I do think Shen is. He does a lot of fucking damage for how tanky he is.
Oh my God! He stole the big one, bastard.
Feels really good. And
wow, did you see that the big one gave him 15 gold and the little, each little gold gives 14?
Essence Reaver, of course, as you complete that Essence Reaver, you get the additional CDR. It's going to get faster.
It's like actually better to get 2 little ones than the big one. Did not know that.
As well. So he's really
-1. He was again.
And it seems like they're going to move him mid, potentially start feeding him some of these jungle camps as well. Giving over
this guy gets really upset when people -1 him, but he -1s everyone else. Like, what's up with that?
Eggs in the yawn basket. Like this.
I don't even get upset anymore. Actually, literally during our like playoffs matches, when I miss a can, I'm like -1. Fuck.
Changed, man.
What if other people still are traumatized by it? You can't have a little bit of sympathy toward them.
Constantly moving. They swapped him with Thanatos up to the top side. They don't have that
well, part of the Dark Triad is actually not showing empathy.
Oh, okay.
Musical chairs here with every single minion wave. And Cloud9 constantly rotating.
Remember when Doubles was taking a personality test and he just sees us link the Dark Triad in the group chat while he's deafened? Fuck, that was funny.
Yeah, you're kind of a bastard, bro. But respect.
It wasn't at you. It was literally just me and Sticky were talking about it.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't at me.
It wasn't. Go watch the VOD.
We were guessing what Double Oaks would end up with.
In quotation marks. You can do Riftmaker second and those types of builds. Sometimes people splash in Zonias, and sometimes people do go just pure full tank. So it'll be interesting to see what style Impact wants to play.
Shit,
and you
man.
can see right there the effect of the Explodey passive on the Hollow Radiance, just making it so easy to combo the... yeah, it's a good one. I think it accurately describes what's happening. But the Winds of War plus the...
What the fuck? Why is my stream loading?
Passive slam down combined with that.
Wait, did you stream like that?
Yeah, mine buffered.
Quick roll over the bottom side river.
Okay.
Oh, mine didn't.
Yuji and Core both nearby. Jan also just trying to max his stacks before he has to maybe rotate over.
Oh my goodness.
Is this good? They're not. Oh, they actually one-shot him. That was a nice chain. Holy shit.
Is it good to get a 2-man Skarner ult?
I didn't think.
Is this good?
He fucking. That was actually a nasty Skarner off the.
This brush by the dragon pit.
Skarner ult.
Yeah, the dragon.
I thought he was gonna get his ult off and start healing up.
Yuji, no.
Actually, just straight chain all into E.
Yeah, I mean, APA was very slow to move.
Or did something else interrupt it too?
Flash ulti, and then smashing his E here. Boom.
No, he got Alistair E'd. I don't think it's an actual chain, is it?
I think it might be actually a chain. I think it is.
Kind of.
Ulti and
I
E.
don't know. Like you need the right range.
All right, but now we have a TP coming up to the
Like
top
the
side
ult
here, looking to make a move on
puts them
to
inside you.
Thanatos, who now needs to try to
Yeah,
escape.
like if they're
APA in hot pursuit. Thanatos with the
if they're like
flash
near a
out, but
wall,
isn't
they
in
like won't
time.
be
APA
max
doesn't find a
distance
second
away
hit
from
in the
you.
queue. Thanatos is still trying to
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
GG.
He weaved in between the Galio
GG.
queue for that? Nah.
GG.
That was fucked up. Thanatos just did it to him.
Nasty.
Wait, I actually missed the charm. APA, I was the whole time I was thinking APA's holding charm. APA's holding charm. He
They
might
hit
kill
fucking
here.
Skarner.
Let me see it again. I kind of just totally missed it. Okay, so
Blabber
it
was
starts
like
off.
zooming in and tanked it accidentally.
And then he realized, okay, TP's coming in. I just need to.
Because I saw Thanatos up against the wall looking so sexy, and he just.
Flashes
Oh,
back,
he
but
did,
Jarmus
yeah.
right there
Why did
by
APA Q
Blabber,
flash this?
and
That
the
was
last
absolutely
charge
insane.
of the ulti was used by APA.
Yeah.
So he flashes forward to
Look
try
at
to finish
this.
him off, but he's just out of damage. The overheat comes through again.
No.
To finish off, Vulcan comes in with the heal. It's a disaster for TL.
Could he have like shot it into the Baron pit for the better arc angle on the Galio?
I mean, that was a weird play. Galio used all of his CC before Ari
He ulted over the wall maybe and saved himself.
seemed a little desperate. Oh, wait, he doesn't have ult.
He might be dead.
5
He's looking
seconds.
pretty dead here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Nah, Brom.
Brom is here.
And he dies for this? Brom is so
Bye
balanced.
bye. Bye bye. Wait.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That may be a mental saver for this game because the previous one was for sure a tilter.
Damn, Yuji
for
is
the side of
actually
TL.
just the
Cloud9's
goat, huh?
cross-map, though.
Yeah,
His
Yeah,
path
this game's on Yuji.
mistakeless. Perfect player, and his top lane's dead.
Blabber's on a killing spree, and Impact is dead again.
And
Damn, only farm,
dangerous
do nothing, and lose. That's pretty good, I
And
think.
get flamed.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh,
Oh, he's dead. But he gets a trade. That's huge. Wait,
does
can we
get a
fucking
trade.
do some damage, dude? What the fuck?
Dude.
What if Loki
Hello?
just killed both of them there?
Don't panic. Your window
Crazy.
is still
Maybe
yawn.
panic some.
Yeah.
A little panic. Minor
Panic doesn't help
panic.
anyone, okay? Nobody.
Jesus
nobody
Christ.
benefits from panic. Focus
Since when did
on
the
yawn.
old man in the
Some
plane
deep
get so
breaths.
powerful?
Deep breaths and look at the yawn cam.
Is Corky
Look
old?
at the on stacks. Don't look at your jungler and your top laner
Yeah,
dying under their
exactly.
tower.
That's just going to cause you more
thought he was a
stress,
kid.
okay? Everybody needs to have a little bit
A
of meditation.
kid with
a little
that
bit of
mustache.
He got a solo.
That's not a
tower
mustache. That's part of his
on the bottom
hat.
side of the map. So you got your gold. You're talking about the
His
items being
hat?
incredibly important
It's a
for
fuzzy
this
hat.
game. You know,
A
focus on that.
fuzzy hat.
3,000 gold
Yeah.
in pocket. That's also pretty nice.
A lot of
Hmm.
money.
Better if you
Another
spend it,
check
but you
in the
know.
yawn column.
Yeah, there
I
you
mean,
go.
Huh.
he might be just trying to stay on the map for like a full IE or something at this point if he hasn't based yet. And you can
Let's
see that
Google
the next
pics
rally
of
through,
Corky
he's already at
not
152
inside the
stacks.
plane.
And,
Corks,
he's gonna go back
pics
to
of
this now, so
Corky
we'll see, will
naked,
he just grab,
as in,
a
like,
rapid
no-
fire
no
second, or
plane.
is he gonna try to, greet it out
Planeless
for that IE?
Corky.
Because the IE is such a big spike, but rapid fire, of course, does allow you to really
Corky
start
feet
attacking
pics.
more easily on your opponents. It's a lot
Corky's
safer to step
feet
forward
not
for
in
those
the
max
plane.
range queues.
Why is
But
he
John
so
has to take a
small if
recall
he's
now, though, with his
not a
pocket
child?
So heavy from all the unspent gold. That means that TL
Could be a
knows they
Yordle.
can't fight for the Herald. C9's gonna claim
Is
the
You guys
Yeah,
ever
he
see
Yordle
the?
too?
You guys ever see
So
pictures of like those
is kind of
bikers,
like the
Olympic
more the old school
biker
go. Most people
legs,
these days are just
where their
looking
legs
for
are just
crit,
like
and they are
comical?
going, IE and rapid fire. Shojin
No.
though does give you the basic
Mm-mm.
Oh
ability
fuck! I gotta
to
show you.
I'm
There's
gonna
this
do
one
it.
like
So it's gonna
German
be
guy
Olympic
whose legs
biker
just
legs.
do not look like they belong on his body. Like he's already jacked as fuck, but his legs are just I don't even know how to describe
Holy
it.
shit.
But it is, I would say it's like the
Anyways,
less
what if
greedy
Corky's
but
just
less
jacked as
powerful
fuck like
version
that?
of the IE.
He has to pedal his little
But
plane.
He is going to be setting himself up well, and of course,
Is
you
it
still
this
can get an
cyclist with
IE later
world's
in the
biggest
game.
quads?
Usually if you go for this, then you're going to go
Yes.
rapid fire third, and then IE.
Make
Yeah,
German
there's some
cyclist
large
Robert
fucking
Sports.
legs.
Oh boy, Impact could be in some danger here yet again as Blabber.
Oh!
Is his name Robert Forstman?
That instant
Yes,
taunt
it
from him
is.
is actually really critical. as
Forsen?
Blabber went
Yeah, it
forward.
is
I think he's got
Forsen,
a
yes.
really
Robert
fast
Forsen.
struck and delayed the
Christ,
Skarner
those are
ultimate
some
coming
big
out so he could
legs.
actually get away.
All right, APA's coming down. They're going to fight it.
Okay, C9's already got
Legit, it would be uncomfortable to have legs that big, no? UG's just instantly dead again. What? Wait. Oh my god, wait, what? He's dead still.
He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Damn.
Umpty died for this.
Gets away from APA, who tries to get the kill, but cannot do it. The Ari is not strong enough. It is a Drake plus 2 kills for C9.
Oh.
Is that a real pick?
Umpty died for this, dude? No.
That was
please.
Everything feels like they are reaching. They are under
That was
pressure.
actually smart of Alistair not recalling the
only
bush
one
there.
actually that still looks calm, so
Smolder
maybe
was
you're
fucking
okay with
hunting him
your
down.
cam only view for
Go to
TL.
box cam, only on Jan.
Okay, so like, what even went wrong in this fight? UG walks up, he gets Skarner stunned instantly. That was
Walks up
pretty stupid.
completely solo, by the way.
Yeah, he does a solo walk up. Vulcan's zoning 3. Vulcan's 1v3ing in the back, legit. How does he not die here? Is it just because Alistair? Yep.
Alistair gives a shit ton of
His
DR
berries
ults.
might be Smolder and
Do you see
Ari.
what APA is doing? Are we watching the same? APA just
Why does
ulted
TL
in
have
on-
3 pinks in that bush?
Oh god, I gotta get in. I gotta get the dragon. Goes very early.
Did you see that? They literally
Gets
put
the
3
ball,
pinks in the same
loses
bush.
ultimate, loses his flash. Galio ultimate defense.
Vision control.
Still
Vision.
dies. And look at that reaction from APA. Clearly
I see.
feeling the frustration, knowing this game is slipping away from you, and if you lose
The
this
third
one,
eye
you're reverse
vision.
sweep.
No one's ever talked about it.
I think if they lose this one, they might need to lock a Nivea game 3.
Ooh.
The only way. Dude, you know, I actually I choked such an insane like Nexus defense in that Nivea game. I think we would have won if I didn't choke it so
Yeah,
hard.
I didn't want to bring it up, but it was pretty fucking sad.
You didn't watch it, you little
The tough
bitch.
thing is, even though Jan is in a really good
I guess
spot,
not.
you know, if you look at his stacks, if you look at his itemization, like,
We really think
everything
it's
is great.
3-0. I feel like
The
TL's
game
good
is
enough to
getting
take
so far
one
away
game,
from
but
him
like
that
it matters like how demoralized they are after this.
How come every time Skarner gets nerfed, it feels like he does no damage after the damage nerfs, but then he goes on cooldown, and then he starts showing up again, and it feels like he's still doing a lot of damage. You know what I mean? Like he just did half
Maybe it's
Ari's
George
health.
Skarner. Maybe it's hashtag my Skarner like my Yone.
Maybe.
Scar? I think Skarner is only good situationally.
Yeah, only good when you want like a really fucking broken champ on your team.
Ooh.
Jan over
I
200
think
packs,
that's
though,
what
so
he
you know,
is.
going to be hitting that 225 mark.
He's only
quite
good when you need
soon.
something just
And, should be sitting honestly
shamelessly
gold, 800 in
busted.
pocket, so he's a bit off that rapid fire, of course.
I think Skarner's kind of
but
slow.
He's going to be working towards it, and you can work some magic if you can have, you know, a well-established front line. Play the
Like one
fight
thing
slow, just
one thing
constantly
you
poke and
have
prod
like
with that smolder. You can
that
soften
is hard
people
to
up
do
enough
with
that maybe
Skarner
you
that's
carry a
easier with
fight,
other
but it's
junglers.
gonna be
It's like
so
you don't have
dependent on
control of
how
the
they
game and
do
you're like slowly
winning first
taking
hits at
back
225 after their first team fight.
bushes and be taking
Oh my god, is that Busio?
That is Buzio and his girlfriend.
And Travis Gafford.
What? His girlfriend Travis Gafford.
Yes, his girlfriend Travis Gafford.
Wait, Thanatos is just in here.
Oh
my goodness. Good flash by
Is this
Jan.
man? This is a chaotic fight.
Vulcan's dead. Wait, this looks
Wait.
good. Actually looks good.
Loki's going
He
melee
wins. He
range.
wins. He
Oh, he
wins.
flashed the charm.
No way. Sven actually
GG.
outplayed Jan on the side. GG.
All right.
Never,
Damn,
ever
that looks
just-
so sketchy with
Sven as
Thanatos
well.
just sitting in there.
We were looking at two totally different things too. Sven start. Hold on.
And Sven was very far out, so it got a little dicey. But that charm did not follow up from APA.
Ooh, that rumble ult.
Sven had
Honestly, not the
cleansed
best rumble ult.
Wait,
thing.
Thanatos kind of trolled this. He like hella whiffed his rumble ult and then just flashes in the
Yeah.
pit so the
Look at
teammates
this.
come save him.
Oh. Jan flashes the wall here. Flashes out of Skarner ulti. Now it's a 1v1 between him and Sven, and he just kind of walks in.
Constantly getting distracted by.
He just kinda walks into Sven here.
He's going out of vision. He flaps forward, tries to get in on him, is not able to even win the duel. He's their
Ooh.
strongest member. Couldn't get a lot done in that
He
fight.
had
It was
literally
great
no
selection from
damage.
C9.
Come together, okay? Together.
Smolder.
Yeah.
It's not even like it's a skill thing. Like he just pushes Q and that's his max damage.
I think Smolder's all about like spacing. Yeah, it's not really like a rotation's hard to do. It's about like knowing how close you can be without dying, but still in range to like Q off CD. sometimes get you killed.
Yeah. I mean, he also didn't have his stacks yet, but
yeah,
he's got it now.
He's got it now when it doesn't really matter.
When the game is over.
Thanatos just individual outplays as well.
Wait, so this Smolder has 230 stacks at 23. Yesterday, we saw Senna with like 80 stacks at 20.
Ooh, true.
Yeah, it's looking tough. I mean,
80 stacks at 20 for 80 Senna is actually really insane. That's pretty good.
And has been looking really good.
Smolder's got way more than that. Thoughts?
He has been smurfing. Has made a really big difference for C9. I think a lot of people
Thank you
were
for
thinking,
your
all
contribution.
right,
3
this new
Drakes
era
for
Thanatos
Cloudamus
Sven
9.
and Vulcan coming back to the team. It's going to take
Cloudamus 9. Yo, guys, why are we not playing Lucian Nami the second that it's up in a BO5? Like, what are we afraid of? We're afraid that we're gonna like lose. Then just fucking.
No, I think Smolder Brahm's the play here.
Lucian is so OP and it's not getting picked.
Is Nami better than Melio?
Or sorry, yeah.
Oh,
Melio,
yeah, just Ezel.
They're both good. Oh, Smolder got his. He got his jerked off. No.
GG.
Well
Again.
then.
GG. Again.
I just got so
And again.
Lucian Nami that it's actually just.
All right, bring back Yumpty game 3.
And that was looking like an emotional engage from APA, trying to get Sven under the tower there.
Yeah, Yumpty would have carried this one.
Yon gets flash ulted by Blabber. They're looking for a potential.
What if Umti controlled his mid laners into?
Yeah. He actually.
What if he
reaches
put
over to
fucking
APA's
laxatives in
mouth
everyone's
and clicks
coffee
farm?
so they just couldn't perform?
So then they're begging for him back, and their shits are already done by game 3.
Wait. I just thought of the most diabolical way of winning a series. You replace, like, the teams order coffee to the studio, right?
Yeah.
You drink their coffee, you replace it with decaf. Insta win.
Oh my god,
It's really
W.
unplayable. If you had to play on stage with no caffeine,
Is there a taste difference?
a little bit, yeah.
I haven't really even fucked with decaf at all.
Decaf is like salty. That's how they take out the caffeine sometimes. It's like more bitter.
Salty.
Yeah, this one's looking pretty cooked, and I'm looking at my watch. It might be umpty o'clock.
You had sea salt coffee?
A change up, testing out this 6-man
Never had
roster.
that, no.
If you're going down 0,
It's pretty good, but like I
slammed in back-to-back games.
I don't really.
What the fuck is sea salt coffee, actually? Wouldn't soaking it in salt take out the caffeine?
Dude, I don't understand, but I mean it's good.
Oh my god. Somebody in my chat just brought up a great point. The Honda sponsorship made the difference. Ever since they stopped being TL Honda, the wins just haven't been happening.
Did they have it on the jersey and they just had to rip it off, or what?
Of course, this game isn't
think so.
technically over, but
Actually, maybe they would just put the black tape on. Actually.
Okay, do you guys believe that it's possible that he like didn't know and he just looked up explosion or whatever,
The bomb.
and like didn't realize it was like insensitive?
a lot because of Vulcan and
I
because of
mean,
Blabber, you know, this
I would.
It's possible. Probably not.
So I would think it's possible. It's like that one guy who said "take your life," and he's like saying it's some sort of Korean thing. I'm like, I don't know Korean. Like maybe, right? Maybe.
I mean, there's always the hint of doubt for sure. You're like, okay, like maybe they are just a dumb fuck. Like,
yeah. Because like you also have to keep in mind, and I'm not. By the way, I think it's overwhelmingly likely that that's not the case. But I'm playing devil's advocate here. These guys are fucking professional.
The world
league
needs
players.
more devil's advocates. That's what everyone's always saying.
Dude, you don't understand. Like league players are literally the dumbest people on earth. Like especially the pros. I would know.
Yeah, he's not a league player.
No, I am. I like, dude. It's like, dude. Did any of us like pay attention in school or like like learn anything at any point in our lives?
No, of course not. I'm
I
just a
didn't
piece of
I didn't
shit.
even know the Great Lakes existed. I didn't even know what the Great Lakes were. I thought they were in Michigan. Apparently, it's in the Midwest.
I don't know, dude. It's just some water.
I
Who
got
cares?
dumber from that sentence. That was a crazy one.
Oh my god.
instead. Impact grabbed up by the Impale.
Wait, Chicken Man. Oh.
Gets back over the wall and Sven is on a rampage with Impact already dead. Now
Chicken Man's down.
But he will follow his top laner straight into the abyss.
Dude, I should have known
actually
Taylor's gonna
stun locked me. Like, holy fuck.
Oh!
Dude, Sven is popping off.
That was so much stupidity packed into like one sentence. Like, I applaud you for that one. That was so crazy.
What? What are you saying?
You
What are you
said,
talking about?
I didn't know the Great Lakes existed. I thought they were in Michigan, but they're in the Midwest or something. Like, holy shit, that's a master level troll. I could never come up with that one on my own.
No, but that's just the truth of what he thought.
Like, that is such a ridiculous bait. Holy fuck. I can't.
A couple months ago, bro.
I fucking can't.
Months? I thought that was like years.
A couple months ago, but Vincent was telling me, he's like, I have a geology class, and I'm like, what? Why the fuck would you take a geology class?
Studying rocks?
Like rocks? Studying rocks? And he's like, yeah, I don't know. I just need to take an elective. And I'm like, do you mean geography? And he's like, no, it's geology. And then like a month later, he's like, yeah, Peter, I never told you this. I'm kind of embarrassed, but it actually was geography. How do you not know the difference?
Oops.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
Why did he bring his pet rock to class then?
Dude, he was like actually ready for the lecture to be about rocks. They started talking about countries, and he got confused.
He was doing what you wanted him to do, but
They're not rocks, they're minerals.
And everyone is
Oh.
and he doesn't have his stacks, he doesn't have his items, like he just doesn't deal damage.
Yeah, and even in this fight, like if you're gonna take the fight,
Wasn't-
there's an angle where
Wasn't he glazing the TL draft? Did he say like he Spawn cooked him up something good? I don't know what he could possibly cook him up if this doesn't
So
work.
if you see a pagoda-worthy moment in play, let us know by spamming the pagoda emote and chat. And let's also check out the victory comms.
The draft was just actually just trash. No, like isn't Smolder Braum just butt cheeks?
I'm queuing up
And then you
Braum.
slap in Ari, like
I don't
actually
care.
both negative damage.
I don't like Ari
Smolder's
with
just like the
a
new
tank top.
compliment.
I feel like Ari is not good with Galio.
Men is fisting. That's the call.
Yeah, it's like a fist fight.
Now we're just going to get into some honest-
Yeah, we should.
Yes, we should. Let's throw these right away. Early on, 12 minutes.
Okay,
in,
so
Spartan,
last
you had
game,
mentioned
here's
this
what we
was
do.
your
We go
fight that you're really
Ziggs
surprised
on
to see.
APA. We go Kaisa
Yes.
on Yon.
Like the whole
Sure.
part of the champ is
Or Lucian.
and you are like,
Yeah, we need
Or Luke
Ziggs
down.
here.
Same for Skarner. The moment
Yeah,
you
we
go
need.
with
Dude, what
55
do you mean?
Sakura,
TL
you just
always
got
wins with
both two
Ziggs.
giant belts.
Yeah,
It's
Ziggs is
really
very
unkillable
strong,
at
I
this point of the
think.
game. I think you should just
Yes.
avoid fighting. And
It is
make
on APA, bro.
Cloud9 force
Yes.
the fights into you in order to get the lead.
This one was a crazy
Yeah,
fight.
this
Oh
one was really
no!
This one was a crazy fight. Basically, like even the pretext to it is like APA pushing out bot
That
wave,
forward move by
trying to make a play on
Thanatos
top,
to dodge
TPs,
fucking,
the
yeah,
double
like he was
gets out.
actually
Now
crazy,
you
yeah.
just completely are out of it after the previous fight too.
Yeah, if you
Fuck.
look at both of the key team
So
fights
hot.
that gave Cloud9 the lead, is like Smolder is farming in the mid
Yeah.
lane. Like you don't
No,
even
don't
include it
chase,
in
you're
your
so
play,
sexy,
and that's
uh-huh.
what happens. So I really
No,
don't know
Thanatos,
what
not
Team
this
Liquid was
one.
thinking, like,
Please.
making these decisions.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing, right? It's like a lot
Bomba.
of this stuff was.
What a cheeser using
forced
Guardian to
errors,
win.
by
Actually so
TL.
cringe.
Their only kill of
fact
the
that
game.
They actually did get first Drake. They could have sat back. This was a kill.
I should have
Really?
known last night when we
No.
lost with 3 TL players on my team that TL was going to lose. Like, that's actually such a bad sign.
This is the fight that we saw in the
But you
Pagoda
lost
replay
against
as
Umpty?
well, where
Lost against Umpty, I had
probably shouldn't
UG
be
Core
contesting this pick, 'cause you can
and
tell UG wants to
Impact
try
on my
and get that
team.
Drake, but they just can't fight here.
And there was
Well,
some
Circle Vulcan,
unfortunate
right? Because he's doing a lot of work
situations
on the
happening.
backline where
Their synergy is
LTA
doomed.
and Yon, neither of them are able to get into the fight.
Or you were
together.
so hard to carry that not even 3 TL members could save it.
Yeah, that was it for sure.
Which
There's many
LCS team right
stories
now
we can make out of
has
this.
the highest rated solo queue players?
You can't just walk in and
I think it's C9.
near airport.
And there was a sense of desperation from
Near
Team Liquid in this game too,
airport.
because I think this fight started well for Team Liquid.
Yeah,
Oh, you said an
we're kinda
LCS
running
team.
ladder.
So actually, none of them qualify.
Oh, that's a good point, Sneaky.
Not a single one of these is an LCS team.
Who's can't type hashtag 1998?
That's Viper.
Viper's rank 1.
Yeah, he's like always rank 1. This is plays Riven and plays on 0 ping.
Oh, he just cheeses.
Oh, he's just low ping, not good. I see.
We do have.
You know who's here?
From Iron, isn't that core? He's rank 3 right now.
Team Liquid chose blue.
Yeah,
even just taking a look at
that is core.
I just wanted to bring that out there so we have that information as soon as possible. Because the rest of the game looked tragic.
At this point,
yeah. It's very tragic.
Yeah, gold medals all around for C9 in that one. We talked a lot about Team Liquid dropping the ball. I will say Cloud9, did what they needed to do. We didn't like the draft from them because
is baby boy
Yuji forcing plays.
Yeah.
But Team Liquid are the ones that tried to just go all in onto them the entire
What the
time.
fuck is this noise?
And I think the big thing for me,
guys,
is
Brawl
He's hearing
dead?
this?
I can't get into a Brawl game.
What? There's an ambulance.
What's going on?
Like a fucking car.
They called it for TL.
Car doors open.
Thought process, especially around his lanes. What do you expect to
Okay, we're
see
good.
from going forward that would be a little bit different in terms of how they play with UG?
I think is more comfortable playing the game on the
Cowsep.
lower gold, and that's why he makes
Cowsep is a name I've not heard of in like 10 years. Like I still plays League.
His laners ahead, but he will have to figure it out, like how he's supposed to play the game while being behind to enemy jungler.
What is he?
And I think that
Like,
my ears feel
what
good.
Does it sound my fucking ears, bro. He's still raging in Korea. He's 400 LP Korea Masters. Wow. What does he do? Like, is streaming enough to make a living? Like, what is his like? That is a crazy life.
What the fuck? My unmute button wasn't working. Is streaming enough to make a living? Asks the streamer. What is he doing? He can't just be streaming.
Yeah, what's he doing on the
I mean,
side?
there's like a threshold where it becomes like viable to stream full time as a living.
You got like a side job, right? You wouldn't just be one of those streamers, would
Do
you?
you have a real job?
Or are you just pathetic and just stream all day?
You only League streams? Wow. That's
yeah.
crazy,
When are you
bro.
gonna get a real job,
Dude? Honestly,
Wait, Double has a real job selling his monitors. Oh.
who's 80 King hashtag Lion? Is this Henna?
yeah.
I see Meteos sipping on a drink in a car right now.
Oh,
wait,
so
this is
surprised with
Meteos'
that
real
video.
job. He's legit an actor. Holy fuck.
Yep.
Hey, what's your favorite feature of this Kia EV right here?
Just the sheer aura, the amount of girls I get while driving it.
When's Meteos going to get canceled so that car sponsorship explodes?
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Really? It's kind of boring.
Wait, there's a guy named Mr. Dude in solo queue. That's Dardock.
Yep. That do be Dardock.
He's high rated. I'm just looking at the top of the leaderboard.
Umpty subbed in game 3? What? Really? Already?
Just like that, Yuji's career is over. He left Dark Zero for this.
Yo, there's Meteos rank 44.
Dude, no way.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing Trend Jungle? You're so good.
1 minute ago, subbing in.
You could win a trip to a League of Legends event or a set of Player of the Week statues. Use your MasterCard to make a purchase in the in-client store and save your card on file to be entered for a chance to win.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, God, yes.
God, that was so dirty.
I wonder whose disguise is going to get to replace Abadaga. I actually didn't even go over that on my stream.
Jensen?
Abadaga had a sad ending to his... Honestly, it could be the end of his, like, tier 1 professional career here. Playing that badly on disguise, but maybe he'll get one more chance. Maybe.
What if it's
Jensen?
Pobelter?
Ooh.
See, that's actually something everyone always says. I'm pretty sure that Eugene has no interest in playing Tier 1. Playing Pro ever. But he could have changed his mind, obviously. I haven't talked to him about it in a bit.
You're coping. You don't want him to leave you. You're scared.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just wishfully thinking.
He carries every near airport game.
He does. He's
He's
79.
got 4 feeders
No
around
facts.
him.
It's Pobe and 4 wards. Kind of a...
And then he crashes out on his teammates for not showing up to review.
Because he's
Thoughts?
so passionate.
Poles are hard carries.
Do you guys think it's
by
even worth
clearing
pro
mid-wave.
players showing up to reviews and team meetings and stuff?
I don't think it's that important, no.
That's just like a coach thing.
Actually, you know what? I don't even think you should be forced to show up to meetings.
Or game days.
Or scrims. You shouldn't be forced to do anything. It's a free country.
Kind of boring.
Have you seen Sven's hashtag on his solo queue account? It's Sven hashtag KEKW1.
Yeah.
That's fucking troll. How did you know that?
We play against each other all the time.
And you just
Everyone has...
check everyone's hashtags?
No, it's like I'll like when the game loads in, hover over everyone's name, see who's in the lobby, and his stands out.
What rank are you? Where's double lift?
I don't know. I'm like 1K LP. I'm pretty low. I actually just can't get games on my main.
Low.
Yep.
It is low now.
Actually.
LP inflation is real.
It's fucking
Does
weird.
that mean
The
there's just a
inflation.
shit ton of people playing?
Google double lift inflation to look up this problem.
Wait, Night Blue 3 is 1100 LP?
Yep.
He just goated like that?
He's going Goblin Town, bro.
Do you know everyone on the ladder? Oh, I see you. You're 129. You're right ahead of
everyone.
Red God and right below AHJ.
It's just like there's so few decent players now that you just get used to seeing people, and the top ladder is really dead. So I just started playing on my Smurf. I sat
The ladder is dead. What the
20-minute
fuck?
queue. It's completely dead. It's like 20-minute queues like almost all the time. You just don't get to play games, so I just swapped. And it's like a recurring problem where like people get to the top of the ladder and then they realize that, and then they go on a Smurf, and now I'm also a part of the cycle. So there's like not a lot of games happening up there.
Actually makes no sense because like my experience recently was that like the fucking literally anywhere from 0 to 600 LP in Masters to Grandmasters, like legit all dog shit. Like the games are actually trash.
Yeah.
So then like you get like a little bit higher, it's like, oh well, you can't even get a game anymore.
I think after like Academy died and kind of like Axe and stuff, right? And then like Academy and Amateur just sort of fizzled out. There's just been like, there's not a lot of players that are like under the LCS level that are like playing a lot as much as before. Before there's, you know, say 10 Academy teams, bunch of amateur teams, and everyone's just permanently grinding. And even then, people would complain about the solo queue quality and stuff, but like, it's a lot worse. Everyone's in school now. A lot of university teams, a lot of people who just like don't play a lot. Yeah.
School's getting in the way of their League of Legends. It's fucked up.
It is.
Do university players get full rides, or like how does that work?
I think at certain ones they do, like Winthrop and Maryville, yes.
That's pretty sick.
It's pretty cool. Not every university team, though. I think like UCI is one of them. I don't think you get a full ride just because you're on the league team, no.
Could you get a full ride to like Harvard?
Yeah.
Say I have like a 2.0 GPA, but like I'm Challenger Yone one trick.
No, you have to play Valorant, and then you can get the full ride.
Valorant's the new big one?
Yeah.
Hold up. I'll be right back. One moment.
Did you watch the Sean Garris video, Double?
I did. It was a bit long-winded. I think it could have been cut down a lot, but it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I didn't watch most of the like investigation into the game specifically, but I watched before that. But the thing I was thinking about in the video was like he's talking about like how Valorant had a shitload of teams before that have all like left.
Yep.
And he made it sound like they went through what League is kind of currently going through. Like, did Valorant also like fall off a bit, or what?
I think Valorant fell off, yeah. And in the beginning, everyone was trying to get into the next hot esport, and then only 8 teams made it to VCT Americas, right? So then there's no money, there's no viewership or money in tier 2. So
I mean, I'm kind of confused because Valorant has priority in this studio too. You know,
VCT is still bigger than LCS, but it's definitely not anywhere close to LCS in its prime, right? Like LCS in its prime was getting like 200k plus viewers every single weekend. I think Valorant gets like maybe like 80. That's what Lena said. Like 60 to 80, depending on who's playing.
Yeah, but I mean, well, like it's part of, like it pushes part of the viewership down, going into the fucking like backstage and shit.
So what's happening is League of Legends.
Like it feeds into the narrative as well. It's like, oh, like Valorant's just better and bigger.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
So LCS has to go to the back. It's like what?
I kind of feel like they do a decent job.
They're not in the backstage right now.
Off. Like they switch off, and so sometimes it feels like one game got the short end of the stick. But I don't feel like League's like getting shafted by Valorant like I did last year. Last year was a lot worse.
We've seen him be very creative on this champion, using the disguise capabilities of it very effectively. Maybe this is the pick. Maybe
I just think Valorant has this problem that like League will never have, where like fundamentally the game's just like not really that fun to watch outside of, I guess, like majors and stuff, because util spamming every round really playing out the same, and just honestly the game just kind of being a little bit too easy.
You're describing Valorant?
Yeah.
You're rage baiting the Valor players hard right now.
I mean, that's my opinion. I think Valorant's shooting and movement mechanics are really dumbed down compared to CS, and so making cool play, the game is like a lot more condensed, simplified. I mean, that's the whole point of it, right? The whole point of it is that it's more easily accessible, and hitboxes are bigger.
You know, with Skarner gone, he picks Maokai.
People's heads are way easier to hit relative to like how big your screen is, how far away they are.
APA talked about how they would utilize the 6-man roster. He was saying,
yeah, the maps feel.
I mean, the game is easy.
Smaller.
But it's definitely easier than CS by like a decent amount.
Yo, they insta took away the Maokai from Umpty.
There is still Sejuani.
They're gonna give him Sedge though.
We don't know for sure that that's what he's actually going to do, but that is what we have been told he is going to do.
Okay, blind
Impact Yorick
for Impact.
This is definitely spooky. You know, we talked about this yesterday. We did see the Mordekaiser as an answer. That's true. But Aurelia to me is always something I think
This is like one of the most NA drafts I've ever seen. We're just blind picking Yorick on fucking Impact of all players. Yeah, this is
what we need, baby.
It literally just bumps me out to see this stuff. Like Nocturne Nico is good. I would have loved to see them play anything, put Impact on anything except for Yorick.
If you get camped by jungle, and if they do kill it, so I really actually like that Nocturne lock-in for Umpty.
Yep,
I'm not even joking. I think you literally just put Impact on Ornn or Shen and set up for it. Obviously, you can't blind pick those champs, but
I think Yorick's strong, but
I think Yorick's strong. I just
blind,
don't
I
think
don't know.
that TL's like that team. TL's not the Yorick team.
Small details about, you know, controlling the maiden and things like
For me, the main issue for TL is like when it comes to actually fighting 5v5, they kind of fall apart. And I think they need to play a very easy to execute, very simple game plan when it comes to fights. Everyone walk up and press your buttons. You know, like not when it comes to like
As we jump into the second
split pushing, pressuring the map through, you know, a winning top laner. I just don't see it, especially against Thanatos of all players. I just don't see Impact getting a crazy lead against Thanatos and like taking the game over through splitting. So that win con is just like super troll.
They see the Tristana, you know, AD mid, and you're like, well, Maokai's not always enough magic damage, so they
Nocturne
could look for some more magic damage from their bottom side of the map. So that's why, you know.
Here's another thing, actually, I just realized. I feel like the most consistent player on TL is Yon. Like, it's their bot lane. And what have they played so far? They've played Smolder Braum, an extremely passive and zero playmaking thing, and then what? Jhin Rakan?
Oh yeah, Jhin.
They played
Jhin
only
Smolder, actually, yeah. Zero
only
agency
played
picks.
that is just like a side character to someone else. Like, you're basically just doing nothing and hoping that something goes right, rather than playing something that can like make something happen.
Give him
like
Kaisa. Give
him a Kaisa, right? Like, make him play the Tristana. Like, then you can play something explosive where you see an opportunity, boom, you get a kill, you start taking over the game. But
actually, wait, look at the bans: Kalista, Lucian, Kaisa ban, and they took Tristana and Senna.
Something I also really like about
that's crazy. Senna, it's Trist mid versus Nico, but once again, it could be Nico support. Yeah. Let's see if AP has an answer to blind Nico.
Aphelios would be hype. Draven would be nat.
Are things like the Nautilus, which is still up and available. Hasn't actually been played thus far, isn't banned out, so you can easily get a strong support pairing.
Ash? Nah, but
I do really like
Zeri.
especially because you're pairing it
wow.
with like it needs some sort of high DPS with it. It is kind of like more poke until you get a ridiculous amount of souls.
Can't be right. That can't be right.
I like these engage picks with the Senna. You could also do a Blitzcrank, another engage support with
Zeri Leona. You know what? Fuck it. At the very least, Zeri is a champ that can make things happen. So I'm down. Just fucking send it. Try to fight at 6. Go all in with Nocturne. Everyone press R and hope for the best. I think Zeri versus Senna is super troll, and I would pretty much never want to actually play this. But as a 4-man bot side, I think TL has a pretty easy to execute combo. 4 ultis, just everyone chain CC one guy.
The point and click ultimate can you know, go under. Goes past the crab. It goes under all the crab.
Funny, I think like right here I would play Jinx. I think Jinx Leona sounds pretty good here. But Jan doesn't play it, he plays Zeri instead.
Down there in the bottom lane, Maokai and Nautilus, powerful engage. Over on the other side, I really got my eyes on Umpty on the Nocturne in this one. We've already talked about how he needs to come in here, and hopefully that's a mental reset for TL to bounce back after that rough game 2. But also, the pressure's on for him. Non-subscribers, we'll see you in 30 seconds, but for everybody else, the Nocturne ulti, we always talk about this character. Your first ult on Nocturne, you need that to be impactful. The cooldown is so long, and it becomes so difficult to affect the map. It can mess it up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm definitely going to be looking at Umpty, especially coming in a series like this where it's match point. He hasn't played League today, right? Like, that is actually a really...
He hasn't played League today.
Or ever.
So, you know, we talk about game number 1 in the series is often slower. People kind of work out those jitters, have that time.
Reverse sweep. Here it comes.
And that
Here it fucking comes.
Very, very important. I also really have got to keep my eyes on Impact here in this top lane because he played this exact same matchup. He got clapped in it last time. You know, yes, I think that was the Ziggs game where they kind of almost...
If you're a UG, are you rooting for Umpty right now or against Umpty?
I think it's probably pretty complicated.
I think you're rooting for him.
You're rooting for him because you don't want your team to be eliminated, but then you're hopefully like
not an elimination match, not an elimination.
Yeah, no, okay,
eliminated from this game.
But you have to lose to be eliminated, and losing is not good.
You gotta look good to play good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lose bad. Oh, how about face checking that bush?
At level 1.
Oh! What's your game time?
How the hell am I behind? What'd you do?
19, 20, 21,
you're like
22,
minus 3,
23, 24, 25, 26.
Yeah, it doesn't take a huge amount of damage, doesn't lose a summoner.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
You're gonna have to lose the push there.
Yeah.
Right, so it's minus a potion in a bit. So
Wait,
where's the Ziggs?
Sort of a big kill. That being said, APA did start
Band.
so it's not as big of
When?
an advantage as it
Tell me when.
would be.
Second bit.
Fucking pussies, bro.
Player of the series so far in this series, so we'll see if APA can step up and answer him. But right now,
Boom, boom, boom.
we've got Kangas standing by for an interview with Team Liquid coach Spawn.
Thank you very much. I'm here with Spawn. Spawn, the big story has been UG versus Umpty. Now we have Umpty
Twinsies.
for game number 3. I want to get your thoughts on it.
Bald brothers.
Umpty's really good at the moment, like very high
Wait.
on Nocturne,
Bald,
like,
jacked glasses brothers.
Draft. I think there's a Umpty specialist champion, so it makes sense to play him.
I mean, that was the big idea behind
With
this
a beard.
roster, was that you can utilize those champ pools. How prepped were you coming into the series that this is something that you'd be pulling out?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every single game this week, actually, we opened scrims with UG 1-2 and Umpty 3 regardless of results, so this is pretty much how we thought the series was going to go, so that's what we thought.
This is how they thought the series was going to go? Oh, what the fuck?
Ooh. Wait, how OP is that? Spawn is so genius, he knows they're going to go down 0-2 in the BO5.
He legit is the prophet. All hail. The prophet.
Is this guy not the best coach alive? How the fuck did he know? That's crazy.
Yeah, I knew my team was dog shit. Going to get hard stomped first, too. Tried to prep him for it.
Wow. My respect for him just probably tripled.
So you have enough for a BF sword on.
Mad
Wait,
respect.
if you turn into Zeri and then you auto attack, you get her little like zap thing.
But of
The like
course,
max health tree damage thing.
With the Stridebreaker build, as we said,
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I saw
That's the way her autos look.
I didn't know if he got the damage.
Standard full clear for Nocturne, so he might actually go.
You don't get the skill shot Q.
If Spawn was our coach during MSI finals against G2, we would get fastest international BO5 of all time, and he would be like, this is all going according to plan. I knew that we would get stomped in 15 minutes 3 games in a row.
Nice job there securing what he needs and getting out.
Damn.
No, I'm just beaming. I think actually Spawn's great. I just beaming what he said. But he's fuck.
Thanks for clarifying that. I thought you were just a fucking asshole, and I was about to make a Reddit thread about you. I'm gonna delete it now.
Well, I definitely am an asshole. You can go ahead and make the thread, bro.
Yeah, I'll keep it in the drafts. I'm sure he'll come around eventually. Show your true colors.
I mean, you don't have to wait too long for me to show my true colors.
Vulcan gets ignited, uses his own heal in response. So support non-flash summoners.
What the fuck? Why is there a car in the game? Oh my god.
What the fuck? There's a 4th lane with the Kia EV9?
No way.
Wait.
Talk about 8 camp clears. He's going to get a 9 camp clear for his first clear, which is amazing for the Maokai.
Yeah, I mean, his first base, he's going to have like 1,300 gold, and we are assuming he's going to go AP. He would be
Wait,
AP,
he's
so
going to do the... He can get a BF sword and rush Yuntal. I heard this was good.
And look at what we got here
Dude, I'm not even joking. Yuntal Nocturne is actually a thing right now.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Yo, who's talking shit? Who was talking shit?
Impact Yorick. Who's talking shit about Impact Yorick?
What? Pick you?
Show
No.
yourself right now. Impact is literally the GOAT on Yorick. That's why he's the GOAT.
Wait, he had TP advantage and he solo killed? What the hell?
Gets the flash as well. Barely had enough mana for that final
The
Q,
motherfucking
I said he had
goat.
a win lane. You called it out. That's his first solo kill of the split. First regular season in his career. He
solo kill of the split.
First series of playoffs. Grabs it. Gets the early tabbies here. And
He
he's
just quickly
first solo
grabs
kill of his
Stanford.
whole
Yeah.
career. Wow. This guy is dog
with the shield, with the extra regeneration from
I feel like Impact just needs to be on Shen or Ornn. Like, stick to tanks, buddy.
better than the first time that they played this.
Yeah, that's a pretty controversial opinion, honestly.
Stick to tanks, bucko.
Use the cage, force out the hop.
Why does
He can't pull off something as mechanically difficult as Chess Notes Yorick.
Of course, Thanatos is going to respect that. He's just going to play back. But this Prio does earn.
Why isn't he summoning
Second,
his wife?
I don't think the skill in Yorick is mechanics. I think it's having game impact on this champ. It's like playing a tanky version of Fiora, I guess.
Oh.
That made me nervous.
Okay, that
made me nervous.
That was
That's
way
kind of
too
close.
for what it should have been. But that is now 3 out of 3 games that Team Liquid gets the first drink.
If you
Push power.
and no one's around to see it.
He was right there.
Early smite?
He was watching.
Yeah, he saw it. We saw it. They saw it. A lot of people saw it.
Okay.
Wow, he was so close to taking 2 shots there. What the fuck?
Wait.
He wins this. Impact wins this. Impact wins this. Wait, he does?
Does he though?
Yeah,
Does he?
it looks
No, never mind.
pretty winning.
Impact loses this. Impact loses this. I'm sorry, Impact does not win this.
So anyway, I was saying back to Shen, back to Ornn, back to Sion, back to Korea.
Wait, what was the strategy with what Impact was doing? He hit 6 and didn't summon his wife for like the entire time. He summoned her at legit 30% HP.
That only starts after it dies.
Yeah, he's win trading.
What was with
He
that?
was losing that fight. So not only do you lose
Did he think that it would just die because you're gonna gank it or something?
Whatsoever, and just like that,
Like I don't get it.
He's at a huge deficit.
So
Sweet as fuck.
How do pro players just get solo killed?
That's what we've learned. It's very severe consequences.
But honestly,
Like he legit was just laning without the maiden activated.
Also, the Maokai being level 6, Blabber's lead really
Which
does
I
matter in
feel
the
like it's gotta be giving us a window.
Little bro.
He
actually
summons it
I think he
here.
was like a fucking micro step away from getting 2 tower shotted and just instantly dying there, but it kind of looked close. And then it wasn't close. Wow, Blabber, what a sick play by him right there. That Q flash, it's nice.
I mean, when is he going to summon the maiden otherwise?
I think you just push it the second you hit 6, most likely, unless you're 1 HP and gonna die.
I think he was probably looking for push that wave, like get the cannon, base, come back, and go like full resources with the maiden. But
like the maiden's
good on Meteos
permanent.
for,
Like you
realizing.
don't, like you just summon it. It's just up. I feel like you do only not summon if you think it's gonna die instantly or something.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I've ever seen.
I just saw it die instantly, by the way.
Yeah, you mean Impact dying instantly?
And then the maiden dies too.
Obviously doing fine in the mid lane there against Loki. So
I'm trying to think how much we should charge for TF Blade's buyout.
It's definitely a bit of a sinking feeling when you start to fall behind in the 1v1.
We'll start it at a clean 2 mil. And we'll negotiate from there.
Actually, how
about TF
how
Blade
would
for Magnus
freezing
Carlsen
work?
trade?
I love the search around for the screen.
What?
Dude,
the
there's no worse feeling than
fuck?
getting caught trying to sneak into a bush. That shit is so goddamn embarrassing.
We've got a 1-to-1. We've got a
Embarrassing.
Yeah, you're like, oh fuck, they see us. They knew we were up some bullshit.
Dude, you actually have like a mental block with that. I've heard you say that before, and I was like, what? No, it's just like normal stuff.
No, because it's like now they're primed to know you're trying some bullshit. You know, like if they just saw you in lane, they wouldn't think you
can
were trying
literally
to
play off
fucking
of that. They're gonna play more scared, and they're gonna be more cautious around bushes. You get like either way, like you can do something with that info.
And Meteos wants to play for it. He's not going to be greedy, though. He will reset because he didn't base before TPing top. So wants to spend that gold and just keep his pressure on the map.
I want to point out Blabber here on the Maokai, hovering around because they know that Umpty's on bottom side with Nocturne already. They've got good wards.
Now Zeri is not a good champ. I just played it last night with Core. How did he not realize? If I couldn't make Zeri work in that solo queue game with 3 TL members, surely Jan cannot make it work. I'm the Zeri minister.
Make that ass
so you're better
work.
than Jan?
At Zeri, yeah.
Damn.
Whoa!
I feel like this champ's been fucked ever since Lethal Tempo doesn't give range anymore.
That's fair, yeah.
That thing was actually so good on her.
It was crazy broken on her, yeah. Because you only needed to hit like one little mini tick of your Q to get a set too. So you could just like.
Dude, what was the most range Lethal Tempo gave when it was still giving range? Was it 100?
I think it was 75.
75.
It might have been 100. That sounds possible, but I feel like it was
I'm
75.
buffering.
Some
I'm
freezing.
buffering.
Yeah, I absolutely do not miss the range on increase on Lethal Tempo. That shit was when Jinx was just like the most stupid champ in the game. 775 range.
wow. Nice reflexes by Loki.
Away from APA, who thought he might have had him
Stuff,
there
yeah.
on the flank with a pop blossom. So at least they get the flash out of the C9 mid laner. They're going to get the teleport from both mid laners, though. As
Okay.
APA
Let's see how TL plays out these fights. I mean, they don't have Nico ult. Is it actually easy for them to fight this? I feel like Senna is so broken in a fight like this, 4v4. See everyone on the enemy team. Oh!
Wow.
Blabber just gets fucking popped there. Holy shit.
What was that Senna ult?
I swear, this brush, when you're
He couldn't see anything, and he thought he would be able to help.
That is #1 objective. When
Blabber got shit on.
The dude died like 2 seconds before it.
I'm definitely not like,
you know, as Blabber
definitely not crazy, right? Like I think Leandri's is not that good.
Yo!
Six-man roster is just one of a number we've seen.
Yo, they're sneaky.
The Swole Bros.
They're sneaky
Wait,
again.
There I am again. Yo!
Damn, sneaky loves.
Wait, why didn't
rosters.
why didn't they put Keith McGrief in the multi-man roster there?
Out pretty well. We are very early days, obviously, in this
Keith McBrief was the 6th man for both Sneaky and Double Lift.
Interesting to see how this does work out.
Yeah,
Does this become something that is long term? Do they move towards?
He was.
You just made that up. No, he was not.
He was. Truth. Facts.
Both of you guys are getting Keith's sloppy seconds right now. Your whole careers are his sloppy seconds. You should be thanking him.
I actually want to know what Keith McBrief is up to these days.
Dude, we should make a series of like old players and what they're up to nowadays.
Dude, you've said that so many times already. Can you like stop?
Where are they now?
Where are they? Dude, did you guys know Smoothie is like a real estate mogul? Like he owns
Smoothie's like a lawyer now.
Dude, this is like the 20th time you brought this up. Holy moly.
Dude, he like fucking houses
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
every viewer in every stream should listen to every word. Like you can't repeat anything twice because if even one person's heard it, then like it's chalked. Like you can't say it again.
You know what? I'm just gonna have to go ahead and steal your idea. Honestly, that's such a good idea. I might even try to make like a YouTube series of this.
I'm actually gonna go to Walmart after this and go to the greeters who are saying like "Have a nice day" and be like, "Hey, you've already said that before. Like you just keep saying that. It's so fucking boring. Get a new line." Yeah, it's not our fucking jobs or
Looking
anything,
for a new
man.
job, Meteos? Is that why you're checking out the Walmart greeters?
Yeah, it is actually. I want to hand out some smiley faces. It's been my dream since I was a kid.
Does allow you to get more ults off, but it is less.
You'd be the Walmart greeter in the front hat saying, "Have a shitty day."
Fuck you.
Jesus, you're so horrible. Just.
If not, then yeah, not so good.
Yeah, I mean, Strikebreaker is just so nice at getting you the fear tether, right? You know, you get in there, you slow them down, you have.
Did Michelangelo only paint one time?
But we'll see if they can make it happen.
Good point, Drew Dozer. Thank you.
Obviously very strong, but
Did Drew Dozer only play Katarina one time? I don't think so.
There's 3 beefy C9 members.
Priceless pieces of art are meant to be
You're just going to die.
A true masterpiece.
Back into this slower stage of the game here, where Impact, you know, is trying to get Cryo in that side lane. Doesn't have his ulti right now though, so it's just.
Bro, 30 souls at 14 minutes. Is that good?
It's kind of turning into a bit of a repeat of that last match.
Is that good?
Smolder literally had 10 times this last game.
Force and Impact has the parts of a Trinity Force. Pretty distinct difference in power there for the C9 top laner.
Little bro has 30 souls at 15.
And we've got the Rift Herald spawning here in about 5
Okay.
seconds.
Rich.
You can see APA hanging around that topside river, but Loki.
I like the static shiv on Senna. It's really good for wave clear. You see how the 3 static procs in the queue leave the minion right at 1 HP, so it's hard to get? Yeah, it's nice. It's a really good breakpoint.
And Blabber's going to start up the Herald.
Ooh.
Well, they do have RP rotating over, so this very well could
Sugma, he says.
JJ eats the damage from the initial
Why is Double Lift so
sapling there
aggressive
from
to me?
Blabber. There's your
All I
vision.
want to do
Fanboy
is
can
say
go
the same
fishing,
things
but
he
he
does, so I
doesn't
sound
find
smart
anybody
too,
with the
and he
dredge
just
line. C9
shits
still
on my
gonna make sure to
balls.
secure this Herald. There's your paranoia. Umpty jumps in, but the Herald is going to be slain by
Team
Loki.
fighting!
Oh!
Oh
Wow, they're
my
getting
double
deep
kill!
kill.
Can they get more? I don't think so.
Thanatos all got to try to get away. Thanatos teleported to join the fight, but C9 still lost.
Wow, TL wins. GG, man.
They lost everything. Not only
GG.
did they lose that fight, but Thanatos got his teleport off as the Nocturne ultimate was procced. So
Like I said,
can't believe
Impact
it.
split pushing is the win con for TL, and it is looking amazing.
Cloud9, TL
Yep.
reaped so
C9
many
had to
rewards
walk
over
in
the
because
entire
Impact
map
was
in that sequence.
pressuring the turret.
Nocturne Nico is actually a sick combo.
It is. I feel like against comps like this with like an extremely explosive engage, you just want to get the fight started yourself and go first. And that way your team is in sync, already hitting something like, and then the enemy team is like, their combo is kind of like more disjointed. So right there, I feel like if TL did a great job splitting C9, 2 and 2, 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and boom, they just send it. I think the answer to this is C9 needs to just go first and just send it and forget about the Herald, forget that it's low HP, just go instantly with Thanatos TP, but they don't do it. They get 4v5'd.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I really just think Landry is such a shit item on Maokai. I don't know. I tried to tell Ming this too. I'm like, I just don't think this shit is good.
I mean, it got nerfed this patch.
They win the
Yeah.
fight before this mini Gnar even arrives, and then when
What
the
they do to it?
arrives, you're not scared of that thing at all.
10 AP.
So
10 AP, yeah. But I just feel like the stats are so shit for 3k gold. 300 HP, 60 AP. Feels so bad.
C9 got out of that fight, and they will use it as a distraction here in mid lane.
Charge still got off.
Your damage like barely matters on Maokai. Like staying alive and getting multiple rotations of your abilities off matters way more.
Oh, what is happening
Wait,
here?
C9's peeling pretty well, or are they?
Yawn is killing everyone.
Oh. Can Double Lift do this? Can Double Lift do this?
No, no, definitely not.
C9's kind of getting farmed.
Blabber's dead. Blabber's dead. Blabber is dead.
Bonk.
Oh my God, TL wins these.
He's gone.
And wait, this is actually looking bad for C9.
Yeah, C9's fucked.
Fucking go!
Who are you? Whose team are you on?
Entertainment, baby. That's who.
I'm here for a BO5, not a fucking 3-0, bro. Right now, I'm a TL fan. They gotta win this.
I'm just a fan of peak League of Legends.
I'm a fan of gaming. Any gamers? That Maokai was pretty fucked up.
Then the Nocturne ultimate into the follow-up. APA locks up the front line, and Yawn is able to chain through all of them, pushing them all off.
My goodness.
Chasing Blabber down on the other side of the screen.
I mean, it feels like C9's comp is definitely like meant to be a late game comp, more so than winning team fights into Nocturne Nico wombo combos mid game.
Yeah. I think if the game does go really late and they have Senna Triss, double 80 carries that scale like crazy, it's gonna be good for them. But I think TL's doing a good job. The one thing I would say that sucks for them is it just so happened to spawn the worst soul, and so when they get this Chemtech soul is not really that bad to give if you're C9. I think you're gonna feel pretty good to just keep farming
pretty good.
Off of some of these fights, did get
give the soul
from the tower on bot.
Compared to any other soul, yes.
On the back end of this one.
And I want to give praises to
Does the
APA
Chemtech map
as
still
well,
have the like
especially
stealth fields in the
after
jungle,
how
or
much
did they get rid of that?
disaster game number 2 was
It does.
with
It
the
does.
desperate Ahri dive under the
They're very
turret
subtle though.
and just the
They're hard to find.
frustration he was experiencing there, getting him on this comfort pick.
They're only in the alcove.
Here in this third game, the Pop Blossoms have been
Silver
so impactful in the
Scrapes.
Rip Herald fight, creating space for this third Drake fight, like we were
think
already
it's still
talking
only
about.
game
I
3,
feel
man.
like his presence is seriously enabling
Dude,
Yawn
I'm looking in the
to operate the way
future.
that he has,
Oh.
and
Doctor
his
Strange.
strategy is working
I see
for
the
Team
line. I'm with Double Lift.
And the Nocturne ultimate going to come back up.
I see the threat of fate.
So they can again return to the map, put so much pressure because these outer towers have all been taken care of.
I don't know. I think C9 can still win this game.
There is just so little.
No.
If the game goes 40 minutes, yeah.
No, it's done.
I don't think he has to go 40. I think
Wait,
TL just needs
who?
to throw like one
Damn,
time.
who? Which anime is it where he sees the thread, like the opening thread? Is it Jujutsu
Demon Slayer?
Kaisen? Oh yeah, it's Demon Slayer. What the hell?
Dude, Demon Slayer is
pretty
so
cool.
fucking good.
Did you just say Demon Slayer?
No, I didn't. I said Demon Slayer. You're
I
pervert.
think you said Seaman Slayer.
Nope, you're wrong.
Thinking, well, maybe Senna can carry late game, kind of like we saw with Masu. That was when he was at like.
Are you making fun of my culture?
So far into the future, if he can't
You're
start
white.
winning
You
the
don't
ball
have
consistently.
culture.
I do really like the Black Cleaver here from Senna.
No, he's from Florida. That's different.
I have plenty of culture.
And,
Name
we'll see.
one.
TL could pull Otacon. It's spotted though.
So TL does have a little bit over a 2,000
You can't.
gold lead.
You literally can't.
Gooning.
Wait, he's right. I can't. I can't name one culture.
The second item completed for Thanatos with the Sterix. Infinity Edge was just purchased by Loki.
Is C9 gonna fight this?
But C9 is nearby. Blabber thinking about the approach here.
I don't think we have to fight this. Okay, they're TPing. Damn, I don't like that TP by Impact, actually. I think that legitimately helps C9. Not just because you gave him a turn, but like you just encourage them to not take a probably horrible fight.
So they say, you know what, we're just not even going to risk it. We're just going to take the tower on bot side for Thanatos and look for a better opportunity later on. That being said,
I don't know, dude. Mid-game fights with this comp from C9 just do not seem like they're going to go well whatsoever.
I really think with double 80 carries, Blabber just needs to be tanking enough to survive the burst, but he never was. Like, he's just one shot at the start of every fight, which
yeah.
No frontline double 80 carries.
These 80 carries as well. It's one thing if you have like some kind of strong early game 80 carries, but like Tristana, Senna are actual giga scalers. These guys get fucking 800 range later on.
What's weird though is like I feel like Trist you get the best of both worlds because you do have explosive damage early and kill pressure, but like you also scale.
I always see her like Caitlyn, like good early and good late, but kind of shit mid game.
Oh what? What are we doing, Core? What are we doing?
I mean, you kind of had to.
Whoa!
Tanatos?
Oh,
wait,
you baited
what are you
Meteos.
yawn ulting for?
Oh, Impact's getting caught. Impact's getting caught.
Can they follow up?
Impact's getting caught. Impact's getting caught.
Impact's getting caught.
No.
All right. GG's.
Cloud9 as well.
The fuck was that?
JJ.
Opportunity, they full send because they know they do not want to let Team Liquid buy the time to.
They didn't get any of the big shutdowns though on Nico or Zeri.
As many kills as they possibly could there. The issue is you still have another 50 seconds.
I think Core's flash was super troll. They should have just let him die and used nothing. Like he was so dead there. It was like a million% dead. Now he doesn't have flash or his ult's gonna be up for Drake at least. Okay, mentally reset here. C9 actually just closed the gold lead so hard with that TP in from Impact on Atacon. Then Gnar gets a turret. Now Narza had 1k gold when he was getting shit on the whole game. But like, reset here, I think they can definitely win this fight specifically. Only thing that matters.
I think he's been up in gold most of the game.
And now they're posturing here.
Thanatos? Even after the disaster?
Does have his ult, and APA has everything ready, so they're gonna have to try to.
I mean, he was up. He had like 4 kills.
Thanatos with about 80% of the Gnar bar ready to transform, win the fight.
I feel like C9 needs to know that like if the enemy team walks in and they're posturing for the engage, before you let them like fully get situated, you just have to pull the trigger and send it. They just did it right here, where they're the ones deciding the start of the fight. It's making TL doesn't have counter engage, they just have like good engage. So, oh, Umti's gonna go for steal? No, he doesn't even go for it. That's crazy. I feel like right there you might just wanna do it, but okay. That means that C9 just kind of gets it and walks away. Defense. You're gonna have first setup and top side though. TL can just take every camp and top grab.
They're gonna move top side, try to steal away
in Baron.
These jungle camps potentially.
They're gonna have Baron control. C9's not respecting it. They're just splitting bot. Look what they're doing. C9's just saying like, fuck it. You guys can start Baron LTP in. It's actually gonna force TL to start Baron right now. See, this is actually great. If C9 can stop the Drake, or sorry, stop the Baron
so fast. What?
Okay, Team Liquid starting up the objective, but they don't do it particularly quickly. Thanatos has no Gnar bar.
6k. Look where APA is. Crazy.
Get off the maiden. She's dead.
Oh, no! Oh my god!
Wait, they might all die though.
He just pushed him into Sven. Loki.
Yeah, Loki kind of fucked Sven there.
Okay, if they lose the Baron, that would have been just instant GG.
Chases him down.
Does he get a TP out?
Still looking for him as he's trying to use the Baron to power recall, but he is eventually gonna go down. Meanwhile, the Tristana runs through the tier 2 tower.
Good steal from Blabber. Just walking up. Couldn't even see shit. Darkness.
Wow, Loki doesn't greed for red. I would have just lost the game for red right there. I don't care.
As Blabber, even with the Nocturne ult
Respect.
there, even without a lot of
That was so funny what happened.
Blabber just walk up.
Then,
How did he get in?
yeah, he literally just walked in.
Nobody
Here.
stopped him.
I think Nico could have for sure stopped the no flash Maokai from doing this. Anyone could have really stopped the no flash
Wait, he didn't
Maokai.
have
Impact could have
flash?
put cage on him. Yeah, Impact could
Oh my
have put cage on
God.
him. But look at this engage by Nico. Boom, hits 3. Sven flashes out. Oh, that Tristana ulti just puts 2 people on his face. Unlucky.
You wouldn't get it, Meteos. You're not a jungler.
Dude, I would actually be pretty upset if I'm Umpty right there. Leona had ult, just ult the Maokai.
Well, literally everyone had everything, right? Like APA is looking for the fight. He's not looking to stop the thing. That's kind of understandable. APA is in a good spot for that. Why didn't Impact use his cage, right? If Impact uses his cage, he doesn't get in. Leo could have ulted. Technically,
Big
APA
waste the
could
cage on something.
it was pretty sad. That's honestly not really APA's fault at all.
Okay, Blabber fires off the ulti to create
Or not APA, what am I saying? That's not Umpty's fault at all, that just a random smite fight happened against Maokai.
Impact and APA both waiting on the flank to punish if they did.
No, that's not Umpty's fault at all.
His first 2 items, but then had so much gold that he decides, you know what, I'm just going to sit on the vampire.
You think the whole team's sitting there being like, fucking Yuji would have hit that?
So Zeri is fully online at this point.
No.
Gold advantage.
No, I don't think so.
Now. Still only at that 65 soul mark. Is not going to be that super carry threat.
Oh, Sven has some of the. Sven doesn't really have the best pathing for souls this game. 60 is like how much you have like 15 minutes sometimes, where you're just cycling wave, jungle camp, wave, jungle camp.
You can see only plus 600 on your Red Bull Baron power play here for C9. The default is 1500 just when you take the objective itself, but that's what happens when you immediately get slammed in the fight right after securing the objective. And Azael, the way that you worded it earlier, I think was accurate, that APA saved that fight from being a disaster for Team Liquid, but at the same time, Blabber saved it from being a total disaster for C9, because if TL got the 3 kills and they won the Smite fight, all of a sudden it's a Team Liquid bulldozer heading straight for the C9 structure.
Yeah, exactly. They would pick up so
Will Loki get caught here?
Off of that.
Oh.
Game-changing play.
Oh my God, he's too aware.
Reclaim some vision here, but there are
aware.
in that side brush.
He's way too aware.
Zeri 4-0-3, 3.5 items, no bounty. Seems good.
They're losing the game. They're down in gold.
The recall's happening right now. They want to be ready to make whatever purchases they can and then show up.
You.
Why would Zeri have a bounty, but the Trist doesn't? Like,
Meteos know how bounties work.
I think people obsess so much over score, but what really matters is total XP and gold.
Most of the players on TL do have their upgraded shoes.
And Trist is...
What really matters is what you do. It's not about what you say.
Holy.
It's not about what you say. It's about what you do.
Words to live by.
Trash bag.
Pisses in the sink, eats out of the can.
Is that what you do?
We need an AI-generated slop video of that.
Beautiful right here. Look at this. Look at this.
The counter steal! No!
He failed us. He gets this.
Where's APA?
APA is in that S.
Oh my God.
In there.
Wait. Wait.
Wait, Jan got fucked. Did he
It
just
could be
get
anyone's.
Trist ulted out of the fight when he ulted?
Oh my God, Meteos.
Nah, but...
It's a 3-0. Wait, Impact's kind of fucking on him. Wait, he's kind of dabbing on him.
He's kind of doing tricks on it.
Kind of doing tricks on that shit.
He's kind of doing tricks on... Wait, Tenados? Oh my God, he's getting kited around. This is so fucked up. Dude.
1 million years later.
That is the most tilting way to die, I swear. There's no worse feeling than just, like, inevitably getting tickled to death like that. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah. What is Q smite by... Was it Q smite by Blabber? Or how does he do it? It was, yes.
He just gets sent back over
the
Wow, so nice by Loki to do that.
Yeah.
And then Yana, because he wants to extend
his ult is
right?
just gone. Should he have just flashed in immediately after getting ulted out? I think he needed to. But then he's so vulnerable if he does that.
Yeah, but like, dude, it's either you do that or the fight's over, because then you have a non-ulted Zeri for the rest of the fight.
Dude, I swear that way of using Trish ult is like so fucking valuable. Just knocking somebody completely out of the fight, because it's what, a 1,000 yard knockback.
Yeah,
there's so many champions. Like, I remember against Twitch, right? It's like Lee Sin could do the same thing where like you don't even need to kill him or Gragas, right? It's like you just ult them and he's out of the fight because he's slow as fuck, right?
Yeah. And people are like have always known how strong it is, but it's always been very hard to do. Trundle pillaring people out, Gragas ulting people out, Poppy ulting people out of the fight is so strong, but it's very hard to pull off. And another fight starts. Oh my god, Giannis is getting fucked right now in the back.
So Gnar is just completely unkillable? Yeah, GG.
Wow.
3-0.
I feel like only Thanatos makes Gnar look this strong in NA. Every other NA Gnar is just
pretty
like,
fucking strong. He's got a lot of gold.
I don't think it matters what Thanatos is playing. He just fucks on the game.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he's underrated.
Underrated?
By who? Who's underrating him? It's like pretty much just Thanatos and Whippo that feel like they're at that elite level.
Inspired?
Inspired says Thanatos is not good?
No.
Oh my god,
you're saying the only people who are at that level is Whippo and Thanatos, but I'm saying like I feel like Inspired's gonna win MVP this split.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about top laners.
Okay.
Who's rating top
We
laners?
know what Meteos voted, okay.
Yeah, that's literally what I voted. We know what Sneaky voted.
Nothing. He didn't even vote.
Get this, Mark messages me. He says, hey, ask Sneaky if he wants to do all pro voting. So I do. Sneaky says, sure. Then he gives him the email, which I have to message Sneaky, hey, they need your email. And then the due date comes up. Sneaky doesn't do it. Mark messages me again, says, hey, can you tell Sneaky to put in his votes? It's like the last day to do it. I tell Sneaky, guess who still doesn't do it?
What's up? I was busy that day.
You are the biggest man-child ever. It's so crazy.
I was nervous. I'll say it. I was nervous.
Holy shit, the nerves got to him.
I was too nervous.
Oh my god. Wait. Double Lift, I watched a clip of you in Clash, but I didn't get an invite to Clash last night. What's up with that?
Yeah, you guys weren't on, you pussies.
Oh?
I was on.
I was literally on the Riot client.
I was
Actually,
literally
no, I was
sitting there waiting for an invite the whole time. I was like so nervous. I was like, oh my god, what if he doesn't invite me?
Yeah, right.
I was like, I was stressing. I was like, oh my god, what am I gonna play? Like, oh my god, like I don't want to do bad in front of them. And I was like looking up guides and stuff all day. And then like I just the time coming around and I was like sweating profusely. Like I was literally almost crying. I called my mom for like reassurance, and then I just
That's how I felt.
I didn't get a fucking invite, and I've
That's
never felt
literally me.
so angry and betrayed and embarrassed. I started crying again.
Oh my god.
I mean, then it was a normal Saturday for you.
And since you see Loki in the back here getting his reset on
Wow.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Meteos.
I'm so sorry, Meteos, actually.
No, it's cool. It's just fucked
Please
up.
forgive me for my insensitive non-invitation to you for Clash.
Why aren't you thinking of Meteos?
I ain't that mad though.
Dude, I'm actually
just don't like
so
being lied
glad
to.
because Clash Day 2 is upon us.
Oh
So
my
you
god,
guys
I'm so busy
have
that
no
week.
excuse, right? It starts at 6:15 today.
They're just standing behind him menacingly.
Obviously not now, but I feel like you just denied the fans something. Do you have a message for them? We're looking for the 5th game.
I mean, hopefully they get in the lower bracket. You know, they play next week, I believe. But yeah, I mean, I would rather 3-0 than, you know, have a 5-game series. But if I'm guaranteed I'm going to win the 5-game series, then I'm down.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Well, it was a
Yeah,
5-game series.
it's actually true.
against
3-0s are
Liquid,
bad
who
for
have this
viewership.
6-man jungle situation going on.
True.
You had
True.
UG and Umti today. So what was your preparation coming into this series?
To be honest, we didn't really prep any differently for UG or Umpty. I know, like, we know that UG like prefers to play the more aggressive champs, like more carry champs, and Umti likes the more facilitating champs. But to be honest, like Umti can play all the champs. Like you saw him play Nocturne here. He's played Lilia before in the past in the Fury, right? So to be honest, we were just prepping the same, regardless of who we were playing against.
Do you feel like you felt a difference from them on stage today?
I think with UG, they are
LTA Norte.
I would say that Umti is a lot more creative. I think sometimes he does int, but for me, like it's a lot harder to play against Umti, just because he does make good plays and he can win his team the game. He can also lose the team the game, but it's harder against someone I feel like that has more of an X factor in that way.
Well, I mean, we were talking about the difference. You're one of the jungle
Damn,
goats
he's legit
in North
doing
America.
tricks on it.
UG's had a couple of
The
stage games.
X
Now, do you have any
Factor. Is
advice
that a
for him
Marvel
or any
plug?
thoughts based
Oh
on
my
his
god,
first
he's
couple
such a
games?
Marvel fan.
I mean, I think he'll have a pretty good.
Yeah, I think that Marvel came up with the term X Factor.
Yep. In Marvel vs. Capcom 3, where it was created and born.
Like, I'm sure his team is teaching him, and he will. I think
Guys, Clash today at 6.
All right, well, we'll
Make
be
the
watching
team.
very closely. But next up for
Send the invite.
9, still in the upper
If
bracket,
I'm
you get a
home, I will. I
rematch
have to do some
versus
C9
FlyQuest.
content
I want
shit
your
right after
thoughts,
this.
'cause it was not
Yeah,
that
me and
close
Meteos
in
gotta
the
do like a
last
C9
best of three, so
podcast.
Actually,
for 7 hours.
I'm actually doing something sneaky.
Yeah,
He's not. He's
we
just
gotta do
lying
like a 7-hour
as
podcast.
always.
If you're done, if you're back home before 6, 15, let me know.
Okay.
Make a team.
Okay. Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, the C9 podcast is gonna take a while. We're gonna be very busy that day.
Perfect.
That afternoon.
You know what, Stinky, you don't have to come, bro, if you don't want to. That's okay. You can be direct. You can be to the point with your friends and just say, I don't want to play Clash today.
That's Meteos! That's Meteos!
Summer's about to come.
Well, Meteos, so you think you're going to be down at 6?
If I'm home, I'll play.
I would love to see if you can take
What are the chances that you're home?
I don't know. I literally don't know.
We have a lot of options, obviously, like
Adding friend nickname on Discord.
Meteos goes to the C9 podcast. Says, please make this take 4 hours. Please, God, please.
All right. Perfect.
Yo, let's go as slow as possible. If we need to redo it a few times, it's not a problem. No, I will update you. I will tell you when I know.
Thank you. Hey, that's a very mature thing to do, Meteos. Because I'm going to crash out if you don't make the meeting. All right. See you guys.
Peace, boys.
GG.
See you tomorrow.
I'll sit here.
Shout out Santorin with Sven Skaren and Inspired. Thank you so much, Blabber. Congrats.
Wait, what is this?
So I'll sit here.
Shout out Santorin with Sven Skaren and Inspired.
Where he's sitting? Am I on this? How's Odd One there? Surely I'm on this.
Boy. So I'll sit here.
Shout out Santorin with Sven.
Xmithy, Dardock, contracts. I'm literally not even on here. Odd One? Dardock? No Meteos? Nah, fuck this. Sad.